Do you remember the pass that I threw against you?
Wait a minute now.
That was against the Giants?
Did Landon pick it off? Did
Oh,
Landon
yeah.
Collins
Well,
pick it off?
I think I more so just threw it right to him than
You
he
throw
picked
right
it
to
off.
him, yeah.
It was the most impressive 80-yard torpedo of an interception.
Coach Reid knows not to put me in that situation ever again.
I appreciate you doing that day, though, Travis. I appreciate you doing
The
that.
funniest part is Alex Smith comes running over to me, and I'm just like, I can't even look Coach Reid in the face. He's like, don't worry about it. It was like a punt. I was like, it was second down. It was second down. Welcome back to New Heights, a Wonder show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment. We are your hosts, and this show is brought to you by Zillow.
Hey.
Download the app today. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jayson Kelce, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Right now. Shout out to those Bearcats. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Jayson, tell the people what we have for them this week.
We got another great episode for you guys. Got a little merch update for you guys. And we're going to get to a guest you guys have all been asking for, that we've been asking for, that we're excited to have on. That's Steve Spagnuolo. That's right. Defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs is on right now. You're going to want to see this one.
Spags.
But first, before we bring in Spags, we're going to get a little bit of that new news.
New news.
We got new merch. We're going to have Jake model these new bad boys off just in time for July 4th. We're kicking off the summer with the red, white, and blue collection. We've got 2 new tees out now, a red, white, and blue New Heights logo tee and a Brew Heights tee. Ooh, I like that. Perfect for those backyard summer games. The Brew Heights are nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Brew Heights,
Nice.
it's such a good name.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Oh, man. Makes you want to have a beer, to be honest.
Jake,
If
can you
only-
step back and give us a little spin?
Did we get a little?
God, Brandon.
I mean, are you going to do it or not?
Well,
Be a part of the damn
it's-
show, Jake.
There's nothing on the other side of the shirt.
Bye,
Love
Oh,
it.
Em making her first New Heights appearance.
Hey.
All
Love you.
right, give us a little. Hold it. Yeah, no, give us a
Yep.
little spit. There it is. Oh,
There's nothing
nice.
on the back here. Wait, I'll hold up
Show the other one.
Looks very good, though. Ooh.
Red, white, and blue.
Ooh, red, white,
Very
and blue.
good.
All right.
All right. My dogs are going to go nuts. I'm going to hop out of here.
Thank you, Jake. You nailed it.
Thanks, Jake. That's the red, white, and blue collection. We've got 2 new tees out now, a red, white, and blue New Heights logo and a Brew Heights tee. Perfect for those backyard summer get-togethers. Get yours now at homage.com/New Heights. There's also time to submit your team for Beer Bowl 3.
Ooh.
We need you, 92%ers, to send us your team submission videos. Reminder, we are judging based on team name, costumes, and vibes. That's right.
Gotta be the vibes.
All
Gotta be
about
high.
the vibes. Drinking ability is an added bonus. All right. Big change from the previous beer bowls. I will be competing this year, so you'll be able to compete against yours truly and Bo Allen. To submit, post your video on your preferred social media platform, tag New Heights Show with 1S, and use the hashtag Beer Bowl. Deadline to submit your team is Wednesday, June 18th. There may be other Eagles players participating. I'm not really sure, unless your Sidney Brown was in. Russ Tucker, I would assume, is going to want to be back in.
Big Jordan Mailata in that thing or what?
And Jordan's usually out of town. All right. Let's get to our convo with Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo.
Spags.
Joining us today from Whitensville, Massachusetts.
Hey-o.
He's been a football coach for over 40 years, had nearly 24 coaching roles in 3 countries. How about that? 9 states and the District of Columbia. A 4-time Super Bowl champion, the only NFL coordinator to win a Super Bowl with 2 different franchises.
Woo-hoo.
Tom Brady has called him the bane of my existence. That's a heck of an accolade. And he is now entering his 7th year with the Chiefs as the most successful defensive coordinator in franchise history.
Yes,
Please
sir.
welcome Steve Spagnuolo.
Spags.
You guys are the best. I'll
Let's
tell you what,
go.
I paid Tom Brady a lot of money to say that. Because
Man.
I don't think he worried about anybody, to be honest with you.
Well, hey.
Coach, thank you so much for joining with us, though, man.
I love it.
Appreciate
Love
you
it.
taking the time in the off season. I know things are starting to get riled up and everybody's starting to get excited. You got the rookies coming in a few weeks,
Yeah.
or maybe even this weekend coming up, huh?
Coming up, yeah, about 4 days. We'll be
Woo-hoo!
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll be cranking.
You already know, and then we'll
be
get it
cranking.
rocking and rolling on Tuesday, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Is rookie mini camp as crazy for the coaches as it is for the players?
It's crazy in that, well, I mean, you got a bunch of guys in here that it's hard to get the scheme to them all at once. But I will say this, what I really like about it, and I think Andy would tell you the same thing, and Jayson, you could appreciate this. Like, it's been however long it's been, Trav, since we had the last game. And so the coaches get out of, we're going to get tuned back up too. And I think the rookie mini camp kind of gets us back in the groove, you oil up your teaching technique, oil up the words, right? Put something new in. And it's kind of a little bit of a trial run, Trav, before you guys come in on Tuesday. And then we
hit the ground running.
We kind of get going. I've always liked it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is good.
Well, we just got some new pieces. I know you're excited to work with, revamp the offensive and defensive lines, and how about that corner we got, huh? 7 picks, a little ball.
Hey, we could never have enough corners.
All right, now
you know that you can never have enough corners.
Oh yeah,
in this day and age, you can never enough. So we drafted those 3 defensive guys on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And so Sunday when we're coming in here, Jayson, Clark Hunt, Mr. Hunt, and some of the other guys around, and they said, "Boy, you got plenty of guys." Yeah, last night. Hey, Trav, you know what I said to him? I said, "You know when you're a kid and you get 8 presents under the tree and you're opening them up. After you open the 8th one, what are you looking for?"
Looking for a 9.
That's what I said. We might have gotten 3, but I'm looking for more. We can never have enough good defensive players. Right? Yeah.
That's awesome, man. You already know. Well, we're pumped to get into the building, man. Where do we even start with this career, big guy? I mean, you've been with the Chiefs since 2019, but man,
that was honestly surprising to read because it feels like you just got there. But I mean, 7th year. You've had so much success there. I don't know, how's it been being with the Kansas City Chiefs, Coach?
I owe that all to Andy. I mean, I've sat, was the interim head coach of the Giants in that end of the 2017 year when you guys won, Jayson, and decided to take the year off. I thought it was a good time to do that. And when you do that, guys, you just don't know whether the next opportunity is going to come. But thank God, Coach Reid and I are really close, and he had enough confidence that he said, "Hey, come on here, let's roll." And it's been nothing but a huge blessing since. I mean, look, when you can be around the guys we're around, Jayson, you know most of them. It's not just the Packets and the Travs, but all these guys we have on defense, right, Travis, that are just good character guys. And just being in the building makes it all worthwhile. Now, look, winning helps. We all know that. We all enjoy this profession when you're winning. But the way, Coach Reid has built this thing with the guys that he's built it with, to me, that's it makes coming to work a joy every day. It really does.
And I'll tell you what, Coach, the first day in OTAs, when I saw this new defense and our new DC, and we had guys like Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, it was a completely different look on defense from especially in the offseason. And there was a completely different energy, camaraderie. And I think just the way you like you said, Coach Reid does it a certain way. You do it a certain way as well, where you bring everybody together and really work as you bring everybody together to work together to find one goal. And it's been so cool to see how the defense has gone from the beginning of my career to where it is now. It's so amazing how well they communicate and they all know what each other is doing.
Trav, you're hitting on something, and I appreciate you saying that because I respect. I mean, you guys know football, so when you see something and say something like that, that means a lot to me. But I will tell you this, and I don't know if you guys, I think you would agree, Jayson. You just got done talking about Jeff Stoutland. Our assistant coaches, now I'm not talking about the coordinator, I'm talking about the other guys, I don't think get nearly enough credit.
Yeah.
For what you're just talking about, Travis. Like when you start talking about guys that communicate and how it kind of gels together, that doesn't happen if you don't have a D-line coach in the D-line room doing it, a linebacker, and not everybody being on the same page, and you take the egos and you throw them out of the room. And we've got guys that do that. I've been really, really fortunate that way, Trav,
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you what, because we've been fortunate enough to go as long as we do, our staff has kind of stayed pretty much intact because by the time we get done, a lot of those jobs are gone. But we got a lot of guys on the defensive and offensive staff that deserve to be coordinators. And I think that's as important as anything myself.
I'm with you.
Coach, what do you think has been the biggest thing that has allowed you to continue to have so much success? Like, listen, I played against you when you were in New York, and some of the things you did as a coordinator would give us so many fits, from the blitzes and the different looks and the multiplicity of things you'd have to be prepared for. But in Kansas City, it feels like it's gone to another level. Like and I'm not saying this just because I'm on here with you right now, and I've told this to people, the job you and your staff and everybody and the players have done in Kansas City the past 2 or 3 years on defense. And everybody wants to talk about Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Me too.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
Yeah.
But what you guys have done over there has been absolutely remarkable. And it was absolutely remarkable all season long this past year. Is it anything that different from what you've done before? How have you continued to evolve with the game to make it so dominant? It's just been remarkable to watch.
I appreciate you saying that, Jayson. The easy answer to that is players.
Sure.
And I mean that because if you don't have that, I might be willing to say that most coaches that make their way to the NFL got a lot of ideas, are very creative, but you can only do so much with the guys you have if they're able to do it. Now, I've said this before. I started saying this 2-3 years ago. And it's still true now. Travis knows this because he knows the guys on the other side of the ball on defense, that this is the highest percentage of cerebral players in one room, in the defensive room, that I've ever had. And when you have that, then you can do the things that you're talking about, Jayson, because it's hard to do it when you don't do it up here.
And do you rate that at a premium to run your system in particular? Because, I mean, listen, you got these 4-3 defenses are playing cover 3. How much do you really got to know? But,
no, that's true.
You guys have many different packages, different fronts and alignments. And anyway, sorry.
That is, and I'll tell you what, to Brett Veach's credit and all the personnel people, and Andy included, I mean, I value what I call football get it.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to be a 4.0 student in college. I mean, I don't ask about GPAs, right? Trav wouldn't be able to play defense if we were asking about GPAs. but football get it. Like you guys know what I'm talking about. They get the game of football, and the more guys you can get, the more guys you can get in your room, that especially on defense. And Trav, the guy in the middle that we have, Nick Bolton.
I already knew had to.
Yeah. You got to have that guy in the middle.
I mean, the entire room, legitimately, like him and Trank. And then you add the safeties and even somebody that's an outside piece that you can move around, like Trent. I mean, his understanding of the game and his understanding of offenses
and at this level, those guys are at that level. Leo Chanel is the same way.
Oh man,
I don't think if you're going to be a multiple defense, that guy in the middle has to be that. Like, here's where I've been really lucky. So I've got Nick now. Anthony Hitchens was like that, Trav.
Yeah.
When I first got here. When I was in New York, I had Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce became a head coach in this league. I mean, Jeremiah Trotter was really good. Kelvin Shepard is now the defensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. He was a Mike linebacker for me in New York. So if you've got those kind of guys right in them, it's like the center and the quarterback, Jayson, on offense, right? I mean,
All right now.
I mean, if you don't have that guy, you can't do all these things.
Yeah. It reminds me of what Philly went through this year. We haven't had a great off-ball linebacker in a long time, like a game-changing guy. And what Zach Bond brought to the defense, it was so apparent how much better it made all 3 levels in playing in sync. And it feels like
started connecting it.
Whenever we watch Nick on tape, it was just so apparent how much of everything he was helping orchestrate and get lined up, and just a tremendous amount of respect for that guy.
I bet if you talk to all the other guys, I mean, he makes the other 10 better. Like, he's telling the D line what to do, and he's signaling back here. And listen, when in doubt, I tell him, do whatever Nick says. Whatever Nick tells you to do, just do it. It might not be exactly the way we put it.
But at least you'll be sound.
That's exactly right. Everybody will be doing the same thing. But we got a lot of trust in Nick.
Good. We just had the draft. Do you want to talk about any of these guys in particular? What do you think of this D tackle from Tennessee? What's your strengths, Omar?
Well, I'll tell you what. He's who he's a little bit like, Travis, is Turk.
Okay.
Turk
Ooh,
Wharton.
nice.
Yeah, a little bit like Turk.
Yeah, we lost Turk to the Carolina Panthers, one of my favorite teammates of all times from St. Louis.
Yeah, I love Turk. But this young guy, Jayson, is a movement guy. It'd be really good. The defensive end, Galletti that we got, I think he could play anywhere. He's one of and both these guys are real smart. The corner Noah Williams the same way, and then we got a linebacker I think is going to be really good. But all these guys I feel like will fit in the rooms they're going into. I think they will be kind of the mold that we were just got done talking about. They have football, get it, and again, give Brett Veach and his crew a lot of credit because they come around. And what's great, we collaborate better here than anywhere I've ever been. I'm talking about personnel and coaching, and I think that is one of the keys to the success we've had.
Heck yeah.
Coach, you just said you look forward to all the players when they're getting back around, not just the veterans, but these rookies when they're going to come in. Is there anything right away that you look at and that you love to see out of like a young player? Like, what's that attribute that you're like, man, this is the guy I want on the team?
This particular camp, I'll be keeping my eyes on those guys that pick it up the quickest. Now, we actually listen. Some of these guys are coming in here; they're going to be swimming. Right?
Sure,
but you can weed out the ones right away that can't. And we purposely put probably too much install in, Jayson. We probably do.
Sure,
but we do it on purpose to see who can handle it. And so the first thing I'll look at is guys that can get it mentally, and then the next thing will be because we're talking about guys that have come in trying to get a job, the guys that can play more than one position. Like if you're a guy that's a nickel safety or a nickel corner, if you're a guy that is a defensive end that can kick inside on third down, that's and linebackers that can play all positions. So I kind of keep my eye on those two things: the football get it and the guys that are a little bit versatile.
Yeah,
that versatility running, especially your system, always gave us fits offensively because it's like, is this guy a DN? Am I counting this guy as a down lineman or a linebacker? Is Leo Chanel responsible by the offensive line or the running back? Who am I giving him to? Because I don't want to give him to the running back, but I might have to because the safety's over here. And go ahead, sorry, Coach.
Hey, Jayson, what would happen? You're all line coach in the league, right?
Yeah.
What would happen if we came out of the locker room before the game and everybody just switched jerseys?
Oh my gosh!
and Nick had Leo's shirt on, and
that would mess
Leo
us up.
had some. Because you're working off of numbers all week long.
Absolutely.
Going off of numbers.
You got a Rolodex. You're like, okay, 42 and 50, 52 and 54 are down.
We consider them this. We consider them that.
Especially when it comes to those situational downs where the packages are so much different than the base personnel.
Oh
yeah.
Hey, Trav, I want to do that someday. Maybe at halftime.
Just do it at practice one time.
You'll get fined by the NFL. Just eat it. Just to see what happens.
There's definitely a fine. There's definitely a fine.
So for everyone listening who doesn't understand this, the way protections work offensively, a lot of it is based on personnel and matchups. And what Coach does so well and what these versatile guys are so great at providing is they're a mismatch for a running back, but then they can also drop in coverage and be reliable to the point that if you put offensive lineman on them, now all of a sudden Coach is getting numbers away from them in like a blitz package. So it always gave us fits. It gave us fits when you were in New York, and it definitely gave us fits when you were with Kansas City.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Spags is the ultimate chess player, baby. The ultimate chess player.
Stout's gonna be mad at me. He's gonna be like,
we were just watching film this morning. I won't tell you what team it was, but I don't know why this happened. But 2 snaps in a row, this offensive team put the running back on Chris Jones.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. So,
what is this? This is the wrong
we need
system.
to get that more often. We need to get that more often.
Chris is licking his chops.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to your relationship with Coach Reid. You talked about he's a big reason you're there. How long have you known Big Red?
Yeah, good. That's a good one, guys. So I go all the way back. So the connection was, I'm going to try to get the year for you. It had to be, it was late 80s, let's say, 88, 89.
Oh, man, the late 80s were good days. Those were good years.
Yeah, you weren't even born yet.
I snuck in there, Coach. Don't cheat me. Don't cheat me. It was October of 89, but I snuck in there.
So you're hitting like 7 decades already, right? Andy took a job at the University of Texas, El Paso.
Okay.
With a head coach by the name of Bob Stull, who was the head coach of Missouri here for a little while.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine that I had worked with at the University of Massachusetts got on that same staff. So Andy and Steve Thielander, who was my friend, were on, and I would go visit this friend, Steve Thielander, and it was just when I was there, I was coaching. I think I was coaching at the University of Connecticut at the time. And you'd go, listen, in college football, you'd go visit other staffs all the time, share information. That doesn't happen in the NFL. That's the one thing you lose when you get to this level, because nobody's sharing ideas, right? Nobody's telling you what they're doing. They're always keeping it up. But so that's where I first met Andy, and then he went from there to Missouri. I was still coaching in college somewhere. But we just kind of had a connection, loved football. He was over on offense. I was on defense, but I enjoyed talking with him about that. And then eventually he got the job he leaves Green Bay, gets a job in Philadelphia in '99.
Yep.
And at the time I was coaching in NFL Europe. That was one of my overseas deals.
Man. Yeah.
And because of the connection I had with Andy, he asked me to be a part of his staff, which was great.
That's awesome.
I owe him. I mean, I'm not in the NFL if it's not for Andy Reid.
Shout out to Big Red.
He doesn't have 3 rings without you either, big guy.
Well, that was a pretty good group effort, Travis.
Oh yeah. We all had a piece of it, but
exactly.
That's cool though. I didn't know it went all the way back to El Paso, man. How about it?
All the way back to El Paso, Texas. Yeah, remember playing Andy wasn't a golfer, but I think he came to the golf event, and I just remember it was a heck of a time. And that's where you get players, coaches. It's a fraternity, right? And you get around as many of these people as you can. Usually down the road, it's a contact you made a long time ago that gets you your big step. That's what happened to me.
I know you said there's not a lot of, coaching philosophies and techniques and things shared in the NFL, but I'd imagine you being around one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of the NFL has shaped how you prepare and game plan. Like, what has that been like learning from the big guy?
Awesome. I mean, listen, Travis and his crew, we were talking about our side of the ball. Let me tell you what the headaches we got to go through in OTAs. Well, but the one headache, though, Travis, we don't have to go through is we don't have to worry about defending the run.
There we go.
Every call we make in OTAs and training camp is to stop the pass. And it could be 2nd and 1.
We're going to go quarters.
Well, it's always special situations, and we like to have the ball in Pat Mahomes' hands. I mean,
maybe just a little bit.
It's probably pretty smart.
Yeah, getting back to your point, Jayson. I mean, Andy. Listen, the great thing about Andy is you guys have seen how he has changed over the years. I mean, when we were defending him in 1999 and 2000, when I was just an assistant coach, it was really different. We had Donovan McNabb and, his boots, and it was 2 backs and, flow pass and things. And now, Andy's got people all over the place. So he's evolved with the game as good as anybody, and give him tools like, 87 and 15 and the rest of them. And Andy's going to find a way to score a lot of points.
I mean, the offense from my rookie year in 13 to now is night and day different. It is night and day different. I look at some of I'll have fun when we're in training camp, and I'll just peek at a few training camp clips from 2013 just to see how far I've come or how far I'm going back. I'll tell you what. Exactly.
How far you regress.
Lining up at fullback for, Jamal Charles and Nile Davis back in the day was it's a pretty funny sight to see.
Different.
Trying to meet Derek Johnson in the B gap. It's we don't do that. We don't do that much anymore.
Yeah, Shermanator's no longer there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't have him there. Jayson, why was because I was thinking about it today. The year you came out was the lockout year. Is that true?
Yeah, I took a visit. I visited you when you were in St. Louis as the head coach.
When I was in St. Louis. Yeah. But I always thought that now you would have been in college, right, Trav? Still, you would have been in Cincinnati.
I was still in Cincinnati
at that time. I would have thought that would have been one of the toughest things to do as a rookie coming in that year. No off season. Boom. Right into training camp. Right. I mean, talk about a challenge.
It was odd. I got the playbook, believe it or not, Coach, 2 days before training camp started because they had just released.
Yeah, because we couldn't give anything out,
especially for the later round picks. Yeah. For some reason, there was like something that happened where if you were a first day pick or a second day pick, they like let you come to the facility or they gave you the book. But
there was one day. They
that's
allowed
what it was.
one day.
That's what it was.
Because we drafted Sam Bradford in that draft, and he was able to come to the office for one day.
Yep.
And then that
That's
was it.
so
Then
crazy.
they locked everybody out again. It was nuts. Yeah.
So yeah, I remember showing up, and I got into a really fortunate situation because Howard Mudd wanted a more athletic center. So I had an opportunity, but it was swimming. It was swimming for sure. And we were running like in Cincinnati, we never had run these 2-back plays, and we didn't do a lot of 2-back offense. That wasn't a staple of what we were doing, but like,
is that right?
Fox 2 run and Fox 3. And I'm like, what are all these? I don't know what this is. 7-man protection. What's that? I've never run 7-man. Yeah, exactly. So it was a learning curve for sure, but it was fun.
It's funny when you say that. So it really, the college football all of that has kind of made its way now into the NFL, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's kind of how it usually goes the other way, but it kind of went that way on the open, on the no huddles and all the.
I think it was around 14 or 15 maybe that we brought in I believe he was the head coach in Nevada because he was running that air raid offense.
Chris Alt, was it Chris Alt?
Yes. So we were bringing in coach, and he was like kind of like implementing some of the stuff that he was doing, knowing that Alex Smith that we had at quarterback had ran that spread offense in college under Urban Meyer at Utah himself. So I remember that it's sort of made its way in, and then all of a sudden these RPOs come in, and Chip Kelly over in Philly actually brought a lot of those RPOs and spreading the teams out. Nick Foles throwing 7 touchdowns a game over there in Philly.
That was a fun year.
So Jayson, and Travis, you probably know, when I first went to Philadelphia in 1999, I worked for a defensive coordinator by the name of Jim Johnson, who is legendary in Philadelphia, right, Jayson?
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah, you guys know that. So I can remember. It was probably early 2000s because we're talking about how this football changed. And you know how, Trav, on Saturday nights when we have our snack, that the college games are on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're always watching the college games. And I can remember sitting there with Jim in one of those years and watching the college game, and they were running option football, and Jim going, "This is in 2000 now, right? I'm sure glad we don't have to worry about all that option shit."
Really?
Like, I don't want to be dealing with all that. And lo and behold, 10 years later, 12, 15 years later, and God bless him, we lost Jim, and he wasn't coaching then. But now it is all in this league, and we all got to worry about it. It makes it challenging.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks are much more dual. All of them can run and move to a certain extent. And do you think is reverting back a little bit though? This air raid offense, spread stuff. Now you're seeing, what San Fran and the Shanahan offenses are doing so well. Detroit, Philadelphia obviously has been running the ball. They're still doing the zone reads, but they're finding ways to implement some of these smash mouth concepts that have kind of fallen out of favor.
It's funny. I keep, I'm listening like you guys in the off season to all the talk, and will it convert completely back to the way it was? I don't think so. I think the throwing the football is still so exciting in this league. Defending, throwing the ball is still exciting. Yeah, but I do think you will see more teams. Maybe the percentages of running will go up a little bit. But not everybody's going to have a Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at that right now. But those guys are tough.
I guess running backs really are important.
Yeah, I guess so, right? And offensive line, right? And offensive line. Offensive coaches are really smart in this league. So, they'll go with anything that's working. I think there'll be a little bit more of a turn toward, I don't think anybody will get away from, winning games ultimately with throwing the ball.
That's all. And especially when, let's face it, most of the time, the great teams are close games, and close games come down to so often. And this is why Pat has been so successful in you guys in Kansas City. You guys, how many close games you guys closed out last year that were one score, just like unbelievable, whether it's a block kick or a late minute. It was unbelievable.
All 15 of them.
That's the truth. Some of them you can't even explain, Travis, when you think about it, really. How did that happen? Who knows?
I still don't know how the hell Leo got that block in Denver.
So crazy. Called it too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, right.
Do you think some of that that conversion back is also what defenses have done? Like defensive now, and you guys have done a lot of this, playing a little bit more like shell, like 2 safeties back, still aggressive though, and teams are trying to figure that out. That quarter shift and what's the best way to attack it?
Well, and what you're on to then, Jason, is because we're so pass defense oriented that, running the ball and softening getting you out of that and trying to throw the ball is still going to be the game that's going to happen. And listen, you guys remember way back when when the 4-3, remember when the University of Miami had all those Warren Sapp was there and they just sat in that shell, took care of the pass with those guys back there, but they didn't have to worry about having an extra gap on offense because Warren Sapp and the rest
Vince
of them.
Wilfork, all those guys are clogging it all up.
No, they were just two gapping and just putting guys throwing them up. So when you listen, and again, I go back, it comes back to players. When you've got players like that, you can play virtually anything,
right, and
be successful. Now, when you're not quite as stout up there and you're trying to defend the pass and you guess wrong and they run the football and it's a 12-15 yard run and then you got to change it up, and that's where the game gets a little bit tough. I think you'll see more of that though, Jason. I agree with what you're saying. I really do. Yeah.
All right.
Before we move on from Coach Reid, you got any favorite Andy Reid stories from back in the day, or any gold? You could tell us to keep it kicking, but I had to at least ask.
Well, I will tell you this, Travis, and you'll be able to appreciate this. So now I get the job in '99. There 2 years. About the third year, Travis, is when I met Maria, my wife, and you've met Maria. Of
course, yes.
And she's legendary, Jason, for the food that she makes. But so now I'm going to sit. I think I was like quality control, or maybe I had become the safety coach or something. But I'm trying to climb the ladder, right? So the one way to climb the ladder is to keep the head coach. You stay on his good side.
Yeah,
so
right.
On Fridays when Maria would make whether it was banana pudding or the sweet potato pie or whatever, I'd always sneak one of those bad boys, maybe 2 or 3 of them, put them in the head coach's office, right? Hey, coach, these are for you. These are a whole separate package. Yeah,
just so if you need some fuel to get you through the evening.
Hey, Travis, maybe that's why I got the chance to come here.
There we go. Yeah.
It had nothing to do with my coaching ability. It had to do with the banana pudding.
That is too funny, man. That is the fucking golden Andy Reid story.
I don't have any good dirt stories or anything.
No, that was golden in itself right there.
Yeah, I love Andy. You know that. He's the best.
Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Zillow. Hey!
Ooh, I love Zillow. Love going on Zillow. Who's
ready to spend millions of dollars?
Me!
Or if you're like everybody else who uses the app, just looking at things.
Guys, we're talking about something that's on a lot of people's minds. Buying homes. Woo!
We've all spent hours scrolling Zillow at 2 a.m. Am I right?
You're so right.
I know. It's one of my favorite things to do.
It's the best.
But here's the cool thing. They're actually doing way more than just showing pretty house pics. What else are they doing?
Oh, okay. Zillow's not just a place to browse homes anymore. That's right. Think of them as your complete home buying guide.
And here's the best part. They'll connect you with a local agent who truly listens to what you want. Whether you're dreaming of hosting backyard barbecues or looking for a city lifestyle, they'll focus on finding the right home that matches your specific needs.
Jason, what do you think felt more complex? Buying your first house or learning your first playbook?
Buying your first house. There's so many kind of like archaic things about it.
If you're tossing and turning thinking of, can I even afford this? Buyability on Zillow has got you covered. That's right. Just plug in your numbers and boom, it shows you what's in your price range.
Plus, if you're stressing about mortgages, Zillow Home Loans is there with options that won't make your head spin.
You can get started right now by downloading Zillow app if you don't already have it.
Sounds like home just got real with Zillow. Zillow Home Loans, LLC is an equal housing lender, NMLS 10287. Thank you to our partner, DraftKings. Basketball fans, the NBA Finals are here. The stage is set. The stakes are sky high, and every shot could be the difference between glory and heartbreak. There's still time to get in on the action with our partner, DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. And if your bet wins, you'll take home $300 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code New Heights. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $300 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right now as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have your shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code New Heights and bet just $5 on any wager and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's promo code New Heights only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
How did it all start for you in the coaching world? How did you know you wanted to get into it? Was it always a passion of yours, or?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Trav, I can go back to, I remember being in high school. Now listen, you guys know I didn't grow to be big like you dudes. So I didn't, what's going to be, we all wanted to be pro football players. Or I grew up outside of Boston, so it was either that or hockey.
Yeah,
but that wasn't going to happen. So
there we go.
Bobby Orr, love
There we
Bobby
go,
Orr.
baby.
So I decided that I did want to coach, and I went to Springfield College in Western Massachusetts. It was a big phys ed school, had pumped out a lot of coaches for that reason. And listen, when I went to college, my goal was to go to college, play Division II football, get a phys ed degree, come back to my high school, teach phys ed for the rest of my life, and coach high school football.
That's a pretty good
That was
gig.
why I went. That was the
Yeah.
gig. That's what I was going to do. And then along the way, I got there, and that school had a lot of guys that had graduated and were coaching in college. And so I got to meet those guys along the way. One of them was at Wake Forest, and this guy was at Boston College. And so that kind of sparked my interest. And so I kind of set my sights on coaching in college football, which I did for 15 years. And, in the back of your mind, look at you're hoping that maybe someday you get a break and coach in the NFL, but then you were looking at a short white dude from New England. Who the hell's going to hire that guy to coach football? But luckily, we go back to the story of the connection with Andy that I was able to get a break. But Trav, it's always my mother was a teacher for 35, 40 years, so that. I think that bug of teaching and helping other people and being able to see somebody go from being non-skilled or slightly skilled to getting really good because you've helped them, that's kind of always been there, and that's what I enjoy. That's what I really enjoy about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome. What did your mom teach?
She was actually a special needs teacher, so
wow.
so that takes a little bit of patience.
Yeah, you're in line.
English and special needs that she had, and mostly the junior high and elementary school levels.
Gotcha.
that's awesome, man. Shout out to Mama Spags.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, got to. She pointed me in the right direction.
Yeah.
There we go.
We all needed that.
Everybody
right?
needs
that.
We all
yeah.
needed that. Yeah.
Well, you won your first Super Bowl in 2007 as a DC with the Giants against the undefeated New England Patriots. How crazy was that to go into a game with the Monstars that they had over there on that offensive side, as well as the fact that they were going into it as unbeaten throughout the season?
Listen, Trav, before that game, and we had a good group of dudes. Michael and Strahan and you guys know all those guys.
Stray's the best, man.
But I will tell you this: when we started game planning for that game, because they were a juggernaut with the guys they had the most points scored ever in the NFL. I thought if we could hold them under 30 points, that we might have a chance.
Wow, that's the goal.
That would be a good. No, and Jayson, that's not usually what you say.
Right.
But I just felt like that if we didn't do that, we had no chance at least. And I thought our offense would score a little bit, and it kind of went a different way. It became kind of a defensive battle, but they were that good, and Tom was so deadly. You know how he is. We're talking about cerebral. You do one thing, he knew exactly where to go with it. And there were 2 or 3 wrinkles. And in every game, we always do that. We change 2 or 3. They don't always work, Jayson. You figure out a way to pick it up. But the 2 or 3 key things that we had actually worked in that game and made a huge, huge difference. The guys executed them perfect in critical situations. And I think that kind of built our the best thing that happened that year. And really, and I think Mike Strahan and the guys would tell you this, Trav and Jayson, that the key to having the confidence to beat them was when we played them in game 16.
Yeah.
They beat us in the final game. They went 16-0. We just it was a slugfest, and we were right in there. And our guys, I remember Justin Tuck walking off the field. I vividly remember this. We were in the end zone at Giants Stadium, and him saying, "Coach, if we get to play them again, we can get these guys." Like, he just walking away, he felt that way that day. Now, we didn't know that, fast forward a month later, we were going to be in there playing the undefeated Patriots, but that our guys had that kind of confidence going into it.
And when you got the leaders breathing and speaking confidence like that, man, it just oozes into everybody else's like veins.
Yeah, we just got on a roll.
Justin Tuck he's one of those guys. So
Do you guys know Justin?
Oh yeah.
Well, he's the real deal, man. Notre Dame guy, smart. You talk about another cerebral football. So this is what Justin. So Justin was right now, Trav. I usually use Leo for this, and sometimes do Tranquil, but he's our Justin Tuck was our joker.
Yeah,
Jayson, the guy that
no.
he had a D lineman number on, so you counted as a D lineman.
He's never going to be counted as a linebacker. Not going to happen.
Or as a D line.
Yeah,
but just so Thursday is the big third down day, right, Trav?
Yes.
And you, Jayson, I'm sure you've done the same thing. And so we'd put these blitzes in, and he'd be the joker, and I'd put him in all different spots.
Moving
and
all over.
he would mess everything up on Thursday. It took, and he'd say to me, "Coach, I'll be good. I'll be good." And he ultimately, by the time Sunday rolled around, he had it. Yeah, he had it. It was awesome, but he was good.
Doesn't breed the most confidence from the coach in the middle of the
when you walk away and you go, "I got it. Should we take this out? Should we take that out?" Yeah, he was the best. Those guys, that crew was a special crew too. It really was.
If you don't mind me asking, what were the wrinkles that you did to throw Tom or the New England offense off?
Just give us one. Just give us one good one.
Okay. The one we did was, and you guys will know this, so I like to run overload pressures.
Yes.
Right? So photo side.
Free safety or nickel Mike or whatever. Yeah.
And typically the linebacker away from the overload, Jayson, would kind of sugar up, and then he's pulling out. Yeah. And the minute he pulls out, everybody turns over that way. So that particular game, I said, look, the first time we run this, Antonio was supposed to come. I said, Antonio, you don't go as the Mike linebacker. And Kavika Mitchell did what we call a coffee house. He made it look like he was, but he ended up going. And by the time he turned and went, nobody picked him up, and we got a sack out of it. So
the old coffee house.
Yeah, exactly. And we did it early enough, I think, where once that happened, and it's something you would practice for 2 weeks, right? I think the guys go, "Oh, holy shit, that worked.
Yeah.
That's great. We're on a roll, right? Let's do the next thing. Let's do the next one." So that helped that it worked on that particular day. They don't always work, like I say, but that was one of them.
And just blitzing that guy once makes us be honest with it, because we were going to it a lot of times and like, hey, every time this guy mugs up in the A gap, he bails and they blitz. And with the free safeties down over here, they're running the 4 to a side over here. So you're like trying to play that where it's like, hey, this guy's right up on the ball. If he comes, the back better be pretty stout picking this guy up. Otherwise, it's not going to be good. So you just do that once, and then all of a sudden, the whole game plan, now you're chasing that one right from the get-go because you're like, hey,
because it might happen again.
Yeah,
right?
It's like, hey, nobody got.
I don't think we ran it again in the game. I think it was just that one shot.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all it takes.
One.
And then it's in our heads. Like, now we got to honor that guy. And then
yeah. That's right.
Yep. I love it.
Coach, I got to ask you about your time in Frankfurt. Dude, I think it is such a unique opportunity. And it was cool. It had to be cool to go back to the city and actually play there last year. You were the defensive coordinator for the Frankfurt Galaxy in Germany. And what did you take away from your time in Europe before coming back to coach in the NFL? Yeah,
listen, first of all, because it was from there that Andy called me. I was going to go back the next year in '99, back to Frankfurt.
Really?
How about this? You
had that much fun? You had that? You'd love those schnitzels that much, huh?
I was good. Well, here's the thing. I actually, at the time, I think I was living in Toledo, Ohio. I was in Ohio. You guys I took a German class to try to learn a little bit more German because I thought I was going back. I learned nothing. Dankeschön and Wiener Schnitzel. That was about all.
What else do you need? What else do you need?
Yeah. You only learn a language if you're over there and you're speaking it. But listen, I spent 2 years in NFL Europe. 1 year in Barcelona, Spain. That was in '92 or '93, and then in '98 in Frankfurt, Germany. And those were two of the funnest, most enjoyable coaching experience. And one of the reasons, not only being over in Europe and seeing all that, that's kind of cool. You guys have been there, and everybody should go travel abroad because I think it's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, remember this now, the guys that we were coaching were all guys that might have got cut from an NFL team, right? That were looking for another shot. And so they were it was the most motivated, in tune, embraced group of guys you could have, because they were all trying to get somewhere else. It wasn't like they were chasing money; they were chasing another opportunity of playing football. So I valued that. And to go back, Trav, with you guys, and it was 2 years ago. We went
2 years ago
to Frankfurt, and it was at that same stadium. You know,
Yeah.
the last year I was there, we played in the World Bowl. We got beat by the Rhine Fire, but it was in that stadium. It looked completely different when we went back, Travis, because it was different when I was there. But it was a great experience, and some of the people were still there that did remember that I coached there. That was really
Now
cool.
that's cool. Heck
I
yeah.
love
I
it.
wish that league. I wish it was still. Listen, Jayson, I'll tell you what. You talk about developing old linemen.
Yeah.
That league was great for it.
You know who was just over there was it's not NFL Europe anymore, but we just had Joe Thomas on. He was coaching over in Munich last year, and he said
no kidding.
he loved it. And
Absolutely
in particular,
loved it.
the
Yeah.
O-line guys, and you're taking
Yeah.
these guys that are new to the game, and it's a little bit different than what it was with NFL Europe, but he still loved it.
I went over when I first got here, Trav, in 2019. I went over to Italy to do a camp with some coaches from the Chicago Bears. It was a tie-in with one of the coaches for the Bears was an Italian guy coaching that league. When you go over there and you work with European people that are into American football, you have the most captive audience.
They're
Yeah.
dedicated.
They're into it and they love it. And listen, the level is completely different, but
Sure.
I just think it's great. I wish the NFL Europe would make its way back, but anybody that's ever gone over there to do that, just like Joe Thomas did, have always come away loving it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think we'll ever see a division over there? There's been talk of it.
Ooh,
Maybe one team in London, one team in Germany.
One in Milan, one in Dublin.
It'd be fun.
first of all, I would love that. Number one, but the thing would be, all right. So here's the hard part. You can go to let's use the Dolphins.
Yeah.
You go to Miami. You're a free agent, right, Trav?
Yeah.
You go to the Miami Dolphins for X number of dollars,
Yeah.
or you could go to London for X number of dollars, which is basically half because London's pretty expensive. I
yeah.
mean, you got all those dynamics that kind of make it tough. But I sure wish they
That's
would,
tough,
Jason.
yeah.
I think it would be terrific. It make the game global, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
And it's starting to feel like, from what Joe was telling me, from what you're telling me in Germany, like I think the global demand for it is higher than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And like when we go
Yeah,
over to
I
London,
mean-
it's insane. I mean, it feels like an all-star
Yeah.
game because there's
It
people
really
in
does.
jerseys from all over the
That's
place.
true.
But
That's true.
it's pretty cool. But I don't know.
And the only time those trips are really fun, though, Trav, is when you win. When
That's
you don't
right.
win,
That's a good
That's
point.
you kinda-
That's a good point.
It's no
Plane
good.
ride back,
It's like,
baby. That is
it's like that
Never going
sucks.
back.
I never want to do that again. You know, you gotta win. You gotta win.
That's how it always works.
unfortunate. We won all our international games. So
We did. We've been fortunate.
Thank you to our sponsor, Allstate.
some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Do you know how to check if you've got all the equipment before getting to your kids' games?
Like, to check if you've got enough charcoal before pulling out the barbecue.
Like, to check if you've got sunscreen first before heading to the beach?
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What's going on, 92%ers? We got another deal for you
Yeah.
right here today. Variety Pack, my favorite energy drink accelerator, has a special Father's Day promo going on that runs through Sunday. I think I know a dad or two that could use some energy.
Once again, Accelerate has a great deal where you get $5 off their variety pack on Amazon. That has a little bit of a rocket pop, cherry ice pop, tropical punch. What flavor are you grabbing first if it's your variety pack, Trav?
On the weekends, I like to go a little more, you know what I mean? Like I'm on the island, so I like to go tropical punch on the weekends. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
all right, all right.
If I'm getting it going on the week, I'm going rocket pop. It's going to get me right every time.
All you have to do is head to Amazon and clip the coupon of the variety pack item. Accelerator is clinically proven energy that accelerates your metabolism and enhances your focus so you can lock in without the sugar crash.
You can't go wrong with zero sugar, zero carbs, and 100% natural caffeine to get you going. Go and stock up today and upgrade your energy with Accelerator. Let's get to our last segment and get you out of here, Coach. We appreciate your time, but we got one last segment called We Gotta Ask, but you don't gotta answer. We always end the combos. You can either answer it or you can tell us to kick rocks.
Yeah, I can plead not guilty or
there you go.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. I can plead the fifth, right? I can plead the fifth, yeah.
All right. What was your initial reaction to Justin Reid's In Spags We Trust t-shirt?
I was trying to burn those so quick, Travis. I could. I mean, listen, humbling, so humbling.
Cool.
I love Justin. He's the best. But every time
best.
I had to shake my head, that's just hard for me to see. I was trying to burn them all.
No, man. You know I had to get one of those things.
I know, you're the best.
Those things were selling like hotcakes, Coach.
So cool.
I don't know about that.
So you don't have one yourself? You didn't just sneak one for old memory?
I can honestly say I don't have one.
That's too funny.
I can look at my face. I can look in the mirror and see that same.
I love it.
So you're talking about Maria being a tremendous cook earlier. She's known to cook an Italian dinner for the players that have the best hit every win, and it's called the Cram Award. Is this real?
Oh, yeah.
That's
real.
When did this start?
That is real.
And who gave her that idea?
So we've always had an award. It's been called different things, but 2 years ago, because it's been 2 seasons now, my wife loves animals. And so she gets on these videos and she found Tony Baker is a comedian. He does these voiceovers, Jayson, of like, just imagine 2 rams, they're doing this, right? But he's talking through. They're funny. They're funny shit. And we always play. We always play comedy right here. Yeah, we always play a clip of it before we give the award out. So Maria is the one that said, you ought to do this. You ought to make the award, this Cram Award. She's the one. Now, and then she offered to, I said, well, we got to give him something. So that's where the pasta came in. But they listen, they wait for Saturday mornings, Trav, to see who's got. Chris Jones said to me one time, listen, I don't want a game ball. I can give a game ball to somebody else. I just want to win the Cram Award so I get Maria's pasta.
Yeah.
That's Maria's pasta.
It's so good.
Is it always red? Like what's Maria working with usually? She'll change it up.
Yeah, Nick's not a red sauce guy, so the fettuccine or the white sauce, you name it, good. Jayson, she can make it. I guarantee you.
All right.
You name it, she can make it. You want to put your order in?
I was about to say, I got to get involved on this now.
You're going to jump in on that bad boy. I mean, we've done it everywhere we've been, and when we were in New York and we would do it for the defense there, the old lineman, Jayson, found a way. The Friday, because I heard later on that for some reason all the defensive guys weren't getting the banana pudding.
Yeah, what's going on here?
It was Chris Snee, it was Snee, and it was
O'Hara
O'Hara, Sean O'Hara, all those guys were getting
Deal.
Deal was a big part of it. He was a big part of it. And what am I? Hey, you got to feed the old lineman, right, Trav? It doesn't matter what.
Come on now.
You got to take care of the old lineman.
Just like you knew to take the pies to the head coach, the offensive linemen know where the pies are coming from. They know where they're
where to get the pies. They sniff it out.
That's right.
That's so good.
I got to ask you this, Coach. What was your first impression of Travis Kelce?
Oh, God.
Well, the first impression would have been having to defend him when he was playing, and that was like, what a headache! We got to go against this guy. Now, Trev, I think the one game when I was in New York, I think I got fortunate because one of your wideouts didn't play, and we were able, Jayson, we put like 3 guys
doubled
on Travis Kelce, at least doubled, might have been triple, but.
Landon Collins plus the linebacker plus
exactly, all over the place. We weren't going to let 87 beat us, but and then when I got to meet him here, I mean, listen, I'm not saying this because you're sitting here, Chad, but you're one of the purest, down to earth megastars that anybody could ever meet, and I just think that's a great quality for both of you guys to be who you are and what you are in this world and to just be regular guys. I mean, look I'm sitting here with the Kelce brothers.
Man. No, you're the best. That means the most coming from me, Coach.
Here's what I would say is don't ever change.
Yeah.
Because you
Come on
guys
now.
are you're the real deal. And I know you won't.
You got it,
That's who you
Coach.
are.
Do you remember the pass that I threw against you back in 2000?
That was against the Giants?
Oh
my
my gosh.
Man, I
I
remember
wanna
it like
say-
it was yesterday, and now I see it more than ever. Coach.
Did Landon pick it off? Did
Oh
Landon
yeah,
Collins
well,
pick it off?
I think I more so just threw it right to him than
You
he
threw
picked
it right
it
to
off.
him, yeah.
It was the most
Yeah.
impressive 80-yard torpedo of an interception, but it was.
Well, he was going back to his Cincinnati days.
That's
with
right.
his
Yeah, that's
quarterback
exactly
and
why I was in the.
playing Wildcat. Yeah.
Exactly why I got moved to the tight end.
Hey, Travis, have you thrown? Well, you have thrown since, but I mean that season, did the boss go back to the well on that one? Or was that
well,
one?
you
That
got to
was God.
understand. I went gung ho, and
He
I
went
just
rogue.
I
He went
did.
rogue.
Yeah,
You did.
I decided to. I had one read, and it was throw it to Tyreek, and Tyreek looked like he was double covered, so I looked to the backside.
Back across the field.
Back across the field where Coach told me do not.
Not to throw it.
You
not
don't
to
have
throw
a
it.
progression, Travis. You have one guy, and then you run
Give
the
it to him.
football. And I was just like, man, I'll tell you what. I don't know.
I can do it.
I'm just going to
Do it.
assess the defense.
Yeah.
And as soon as
I
we
know I
got
can
into
do
a
it.
funky formation and the linebacker at the time, I forget the linebacker at the time, but he immediately checked to cover two to just
I
kind
think
of.
it would have been Kevin. I think it was Kelvin Shepard.
Yes, yeah, and it was just kind of just to make sure that they were prepared and ready for anything because we were in a weird formation. And sure enough, I get the ball. I see the backside safety kind of close on Tyreek to the point where it kind of felt like I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah,
just so I could go and do my own thing.
He wanted to go a little rogue and show everybody he knew what was going on.
Coach Reid knows not to put me in that situation ever again.
I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you doing that.
The funniest part is Alex Smith comes running over to me, and I'm just like, I can't even look Coach Reid in the face. He's like, don't worry about it. It was like a punt. I was like, it was second down.
It
was second down, Alex.
Good
we don't want to be
positivity,
punting
Alex.
second down. Yeah.
No, you guys got us that day.
Let me ask you this. Other thing that Travis is known for is laterals out of nowhere. Do you think that's an underutilized offensive tool? Is that difficult for defenses to defend?
No question.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I'd want anybody other than Travis doing it because that's a tricky deal. From when I see it, when you're doing it, Travis, I go,
yeah. Everybody's heart stopped for a second.
That's all good. That's all good. But no, that's for like I watch these guys do it in practice all the time, and I think Travis, because the other guys now know that you're capable of that. They're aware. They get around. I've watched that kind of develop while we've been here. It wasn't always like that, but then once they know that when 87 gets the ball in his hands, he can do something special with it. And that was what was the one, Trav, we had that we were offside on?
Oh, Baltimore. Oh, not Baltimore, Buffalo. It was Buffalo. It was Buffalo, I think 2 years ago.
That was sweet. That was
so good.
a sweet play.
I felt that it was man-to-man coverage, and I don't know what was – that was that was the best throw of my NFL career right there. I threw that one about 30 yards across the field. But,
that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I figured then we were in. We were good. That was beautiful.
It's like you're playing with Larry Bird. You got to have your head on a swivel. Be ready for it, right?
And Jayson, going back to your point about, practice, now with Travis doing that in practice, because I think I see a little bit of that showing up from other people.
Detroit did it a few times this year.
Yeah. Since we do it in practice, that will help us defend it if it gets done against us, which I think is good.
Yeah.
There you go. As someone that has done it, is throwing an NFL challenge flag fun? Because it just looks like it's got to be a blast, right?
Or running down and calling a timeout when you're not supposed to, like I messed up doing last year. I'll tell you this, because I was a head coach for 3 years. That's one of that's a pressure-packed, tough thing to do and to put on coach. I mean, listen, it's you gotta trust the person you got upstairs, right? If you can't see it, you gotta feel good. Because nobody really wants to throw that thing and have it get overturned.
And every wide receiver is going to come over to you and tell you that they caught the ball.
Absolutely. Now I had that happen when I was a head coach, come running over, and I think it was my first year as a head coach, or a rookie head coach. But if he's saying he caught it, he must have caught it. So the flag goes out, and sure as shit, it's incomplete. Oh, incomplete. But they all want to say that.
Thanks for the tip.
But you know what, Travis? Listen, I'm sure Coach Reid does this with you. There are certain guys, I'm sure, in his offense that he trusts that if they say, I caught that, and he didn't see it or they didn't see it, then I'll bet you he's throwing it because he just believes in, somebody's not saying it just to say it.
And vice versa. I promise you, I'm not going to be that guy that tells Coach Reid I caught the ball and he has to
You know
wait.
you didn't,
If
right?
it's a question, I'm just be like, Coach, I'm not going to lie. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You're going to have to
I
go
don't
to somebody else on this.
Yeah.
You're going to have to ask Phrase up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a chat. That's a tricky deal. It is.
Do you have a favorite Super Bowl win of your 4?
Oh, well, listen. Yeah, well, let's put it this way. So back when we won in '07, and that was a great Super Bowl win. So it's the first. You know what I prayed? That wouldn't be the most special moment in the NFL. And fortunately for me, other ones came. Because if that was the peak, I mean, at the time I was 47 years old, so I had a little bit more time in the league. But every time you win one, that one at that time, right, Trav? I mean, that's the special one. I mean, and then but they all kind of rest on their own.
Yeah, they have their own place for sure. Yep. I'm with you on that.
I will tell you this, Jayson. The one when we beat the Eagles a couple years back.
I know.
I will tell you this, Jayson. I still was not happy because you guys scored too many points. You know how I am, Travis. It's about not giving up points. So that kind of ate at me, even though we won the game.
You bowed up.
Being in the locker
room up when it mattered, though.
Well, yeah, but thank God our offense scored as many points as they did.
No doubt.
Man alive.
We've had this conversation before. It's hotly debated on the internet. As defensive coordinator, do you think the average person could get 1 yard in the NFL?
Just you put somebody out there.
Put somebody out there running back. Can they get a yard?
Take somebody out of the front row and just throw them in there and see.
and our guys for real, and put pads on.
Oh yeah,
it's a legitimate game.
Chops.
No, I don't think you can. Our guys are too good, too big, too fast, too strong. I mean, come on.
You got to know how to set up a block. You got to know how to, there's so many, it's not as easy as these guys are making it, man.
Do you guys remember the show? Didn't they have Pros versus Joes?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Great show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ought to be on that. Jesse Armstead, you guys know who Jesse Armstead is? He's a linebacker in this league. Real good friend of mine. He's great. He's a University of Miami guy. He was on, I got the clip somewhere because when Jesse was with us in New York, I pulled it out. But he was on Pros versus Joes. And this guy came out, I don't know who the dude was. He was in Jesse's face. And I'm going to tell you what, man, Jesse near killed him.
Yeah.
One shot. Near killed him. And I was like, holy cow. But I thought that was a funny show. That was a Pros versus Joes. Yeah.
I love it.
No, that show was one of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
It's hard for guys to do that and, I don't know, come back to play in the NFL. But that show was a blast. So hopefully they can remake that thing.
Yeah, I thought it was that one. I guess it went away. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Who was the toughest player you ever had to game plan for in your career?
Well, I mean, listen, Tom jumps out there because because he was Tom Brady and we had some pretty good battles. But I will say this, these quarterbacks nowadays that run and pass, and Travis, it seems like we see them every week. Do you know what I mean? To me, so if you got the quarterback that's smart and intelligent, can get you in and out of a bad play or into a good one, that can throw the football and that can run it. And they're in this league.
Yeah.
It's deadly, man.
There seem to be more and more. To me, that is simply the toughest challenge. You can double a wide out. I mean, listen, if it's the running back and you want to overcommit, you could take away a running back for certain periods. But when the quarterback can do all of that,
that's what I always felt. And listen, I think Saquon deserves all the credit he can get. But I've said this multiple times. When you have a running quarterback, it forces the defense to play it honest. They can't cheat to get those numbers right.
No question.
Where are you going to give at? You got to be in some place where we're going to have leverage. And that has opened up so much for the Eagles and in my time there. And it's the same thing. It's happened across the league with your Lamar. It's even Josh Allen. Like all these guys, yeah, they're all doing it.
Patrick does it. Listen, when you third down, to me, I love third down. We take a lot of pride in third down. And to me, when you can win third down, you got a pretty good chance of keeping the points low. When you win third down on offense, you're going to score points. And when you add to defending on third down that the quarterback can pick it up with his legs for 7 or 8, that makes it really hard. Because there's certain things you can't do and open up a lane for Josh Allen to take off and get 8. Or, Jalen did it in the Super Bowl. I thought we had really good coverage. You get the perfect coverage, but he finds a pass rush lane and boom, he's a first down because he gets it with his legs. Those are the challenging guys.
Well, we always ask everybody that's in the NFL this question. What was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Ooh, welcome to the NFL moment. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
I'm in Philadelphia as the quality control coach the first year in 1999. We're in our first OTAs. Maybe it's the 4th, 5th, or 6th practice, whatever. I'm the guy in charge of bringing the book out that has the cards, so you could stand up there and show the offense what to do, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, at the time, in Philadelphia at the time, Jayson, we were in Veterans Stadium. The vet, in our offices and locker room was in the vet, but our practice fields, you had to drive or walk across the parking lot. So it was a quarter of a mile.
Wow.
And then the fields were out there and there was a little bubble there. Well, on this particular day, the quality control coach is supposed to have the book when the whistle, the horn goes and we're going to, now we need the cut. I forgot the book.
Oh, no.
I'm in a flat out panic.
Oh, no.
Because the book's all the way in the vet over there. And
Yeah.
listen, and I remember it to this day. Jim Johnson was terrific. He's like, no big deal. He walked over to the quarterback coach and said, listen, give us a little bit of this, give us a little bit of that. He ran 10 plays and then the offense goes now, right, Trav? They were so at that time I was sprinting, through the parking lot to go get that book. And I got back before the next period began. But that was one I thought my NFL career was done.
That's amazing.
I would have been
God.
in pure panic. I'm panicking right now just thinking about being in that situation.
I thought I had ruined the whole thing, but that one just kind of sticks out because it was early, but it was great.
That's incredible,
perfect.
Coach.
Yeah.
92% is Coach Spags, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Man, I love
You guys
it,
are the
big guy.
best, man.
Thank you so much for the time, the stories.
That was awesome, Coach.
I appreciate you guys asking me to do it. I really do. When I was your guys' age, I was dreaming about being on the Kelce Brothers show.
Oh, it's too good.
You're the best, Coach.
Always wanted to be on the Kelce Brothers show.
A dream come true for all of us, big guy.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up right now and take another hour or two, Jayson, to figure out how to stop whatever Coach Reid and Travis and Patrick are. They're drawing shit in the
They're
dirt to try
no
to beat
doubt.
us in the OTAs.
I
Right?
love it. I love it.
You know it.
You guys are the best, man.
Alrighty, that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights is a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Zillow. Download this app today. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Thank you to our production and crew, always making us look good. And shout out to Spags. Yes. Can't wait to run it up with you again this year, man. Had so much fun with that one. 92%ers, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Spags episode. Peace.
Thank you, everyone. Do you think an NFL player could play in the NBA?
No, it does not work like that.
Are there any NFL guys that could train for a year and go play in the NBA?
So listen, I have so much.
Don't crush my dreams. I'm 35 and I still got hoop dreams, man. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. We've partnered exclusively with Reese's Cups to bring you this episode with limited interruptions. That's right. This is all Reese's or Reese's, however you want to say it.
Yeah, baby.
Jayson, I finally got my backpack because I'm back in Kansas City.
Nice. Isn't it cool? It's like it's got a bite out of it.
I could use a little sugar rush here to get through
Go ahead,
this.
get you some, Bubba.
What do I want to do? Ooh, I think you get some Reese's sticks. I ain't had a Reese's sticks in a minute.
I forgot about
Get a
Reese's
nice little
Sticks.
crunch going.
God, those are good.
They are good. Listen to this crunch. It's almost.
I forgot about the Reese's Sticks. Gosh,
That's a banger right there. That's damn good. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce, my big brother Jayson Kelce out of Cleveland
How's it
Heights,
good?
Ohio.
Yeah, baby.
Cincinnati Bearcats alum. Shout out to the Cats. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcast, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S. I always forget it and have to read it off to remind myself.
That's right.
New Heights Show with one S. Don't put two in there. Jayson, let the people know what we got coming up.
We got another incredible episode for you guys. We're going to look at some of the latest NFL news, as always. We're also got an update on our March Madness brackets. Not going so well. My strategy did not turn out good. And
neither did mine.
we have an incredible conversation with NBA champion Jayson Tatum. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Going to talk about his time at Duke, winning an NBA title, and he's going to answer some no-dumb questions from all of you guys.
I thought you were going to bring up his narrow hips, and you never did it. Not one time.
I didn't. I was too much of a chicken shit.
You always bring up someone's narrow hips, and you just didn't do it.
I know.
Oh,
Well,
very-
we got
very
sidetracked because the
disappointed.
conversation was so great.
He was awesome.
I got to remember to think about that stuff beforehand. Anyways, before we get to that, it's time for a little bit of that new news. That's right. NFL news first. Results of the Cap Expert poll. Travis, you said you weren't in on the Cap Expert poll. I said that maybe the fans would appreciate it. You said let's put it to a vote, and we did. That's right. New Heights has voted.
Ooh, man.
81.5% want the Cap Expert poll.
Nice. All right. Well, get ready. Get ready to hear some numbers and hear some nerds. Here we go, boys.
Who doesn't love nerds?
I mean, I'm in on nerds. I just didn't know everybody else was.
And that goes to show you. If you're in on it, usually most of the people are in on it.
Maybe not so much, but all right.
Who should we have on? We have obviously the two big ones for both of us are Howie and Veach, the two general managers for our respective teams.
I think that'd be fun. A Howie and Veach episode. We've already had Howie on, though.
We have had Howie out. Well, yes, you didn't talk to him, but we did have him on at the Combine 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
We could go outside of the organizations and go to somebody who is just maybe used to work in the NFL or works in the media. Nick Wright threw his hat in the ring on Twitter.
Nice.
Known Kansas City Chief Homer.
Fucking love Nick Wright.
There's also there is a guy that used to work with the Eagles that no longer works there that I feel very confident would be a very interesting interview. Nobody knows his name, but
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. So many of you guys can follow along with the
full
wording.
undergoing of the cap,
Yeah.
its inner workings, what these numbers mean, contracts that are made to make it look like a guy's making something, but usually really not making.
Hate to see that.
Oh, they just wanted a press release. Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. There we go.
We got a long off season. Might be fun to do like an NFL dirty jobs, like NFL staffers interviews. What other people that work in the NFL would be interesting to talk to?
I mean, I wouldn't say dirty jobs. We got some top tier talent in terms of personalities in the Kansas City Chiefs organization. Got my guy Alan Wright, who's been around for feels like 100 years. I'm pretty sure he's been the equipment manager since like the 60s. I think he was.
Talk to
he
him
was
about
here
how
when they moved to
equipment has
Kansas
changed.
City. Yeah, I would love to hear how, especially dealing with like sponsors, like he's been through like Reebok and Nike and all these different like equipment and how he's seen the helmets progress.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If somehow we could get like equipment from when he first got into the NFL, and like you could do it with each piece. You could do it with helmets when he first got in to where they're at now, shoulder pads to now. I mean, even knee pads. Well, knee pad is probably the one thing that hasn't changed much. Thigh pads, though, changed a lot. People used to wear hip pads and butt pads. Bring
That
those
was like
back
the
up.
hardest. That was the hardest thing to get ready
It
when
used to
you were
annoy
a
me
little kid.
so much.
Keeping those hip
butt
pads
in.
and tail pads in, man.
Yeah.
Man, they used to be the fucking worst. You had to fucking take the rinky dink belt that you had. Anyways.
Didn't do a single freaking thing.
Yeah. Got my guy Pistol Pete. Making sure the place is spick and span and everybody's happy with the vibes.
Pistol Pete. Oh, he's a custodian? Janitor?
Yeah.
What's the correct
jack of all
word?
trades. Jack of all trades. He's
Just
doing
keeping
everything
running smoothly.
There you go.
Love it. Love it.
I think maybe even a trainer episode.
I'm all in on the trainer episode. I think the
some love
trainers
to my trainers over there, and
we got my man Joe Appella's been winning quite the awards.
oh yeah,
Shout out to Joe.
Glove Julie. Let's start off with what the 92%ers want, and that looks like they want to talk numbers.
I'm sure we'll be able to find a way to make it interesting, Trap.
We always do. Neck rolls. That's funny as hell. Yeah, bring back the neck rolls. There's still guys out here that are rocking them for sure.
I used to wear a neck roll. Looks way different, way less way more inconspicuous now.
The badge used to be fucking the size of
I mean, it used to be comical.
SUVs.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. Brandon Graham retires on top of the world.
There we go, BG.
Congrats on a hell of a fucking career, big guy.
Obviously retired on Tuesday, and the press conference, very emotional. Listen, I've been talking to BG for a long time, and obviously he made it known before the season it was going to be his final year. But he was playing so good before his tricep injury. I was like, man, is he going to do it again? And he still could. Like, he could definitely still play. He rushed it. He wanted to play in the Super Bowl really bad. Ended up re-tearing his tricep in the Super Bowl. And it just tells you the type of competitor and person he is, and just what a pit bull he was for the Philadelphia Eagles for 15 years. And
You ain't lying.
even though he announced before the season he was going to retire, it's hard to make that announcement official. And I think that's why you see such an emotional moment out of the guy. And as someone who's been there before, you put so much into this game. The finality of it happening, no matter how much you've thought about it or talked about it, is intense. And I don't know that there's anybody in my tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles that put more into the game as a player, as a teammate. He loved football. He loved his teammates.
You don't play it that long unless you love it, man.
It's going to be now Fletch, me, BG, Lane's the only one left. He had this tweet up there over the weekend.
It's a classic.
Yeah, classic Lane. But, I think it's just, I don't know that anybody represented what it is to be a Philadelphia Eagle more than Brandon. Like the genuine love to be on the field for your teammates, the energy he brought on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to see him Monday that week, and I saw him later that week after the announcement, and just very happy for him, very happy for his family, and looking forward to what's next. So shout out to you, BG. Love you, man.
I'm sure he'll stick around Philly just like you did, man.
I think that's the plan. I think there's obviously some opportunities in media. Wouldn't be surprised if, like Selleck and some of the other guys, and myself, he sticks around the team and tries to help out where he can. It's just a guy that loves the game and the organization so much. So really happy for him.
Shout out to BG.
They got the billboards out.
Oh yeah,
you know it's official.
Philly's always gonna make sure that they get those billboards out
For
there.
the most iconic Brandon Graham. Make sure I snagged the picture of that.
Nice.
That's not working.
Nice. That's awesome. Philly does it right. They always support the most loyal to the city, and BG was one of them, baby. As he always will be. As he always will be. He ain't going nowhere anytime fast. We know that. Yeah, the Browns tweeted out a look at a proposed new indoor stadium.
Okay.
How about that, man? The Browns. Everyone's going indoor because of what is this thing?
It's something really stupid out in Brook Park that they're trying to get everybody excited about, the stadium no longer being in downtown Cleveland.
I don't know why. What it is about me. I don't know what it is about us. I know Kansas City's stadium and everything is not in the city. Sports like towns it feels better when it's downtown.
It's way better. They just don't want to pay for it, Travis, or they don't want to cooperate with the city. That's the only reason this is not in downtown Cleveland. And they can make it out about like space. There's plenty of space and buildings that they can overtake. And like, I'm not trying to hear none of this. So yeah, looks beautiful. Great rendering.
God damn,
It's going to be fun driving out there.
It does look real nice. What about driving
Good
downtown?
for Brook Park. You're driving downtown. It's part of, whether you like it or not, downtown is an economic driver, even though the city of Cleveland is not quite the economic driver you would like it to be. Listen, I like when stadiums and everything are downtown in the hearts of the cities. I think it's one of the beautiful things that Philly has, and hopefully it remains that way. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though.
It doesn't matter how cool it is. I'm not going to like it.
This thing looks sweet.
I like the old stadium because it's downtown. I'd rather play in a dilapidated stadium than this.
This looks epic.
It looks great.
It looks like some shit out of like Star Wars.
It does look
Like
pretty
a
cool.
spaceship. That thing looks awesome. Just do it downtown, Cleveland. We love it being around.
It's already. I think it's already official.
Lake.
It's not going to be downtown.
It's unfortunate. It's a proposed $2.4 billion stadium in Brook Park. Do you at least agree that an indoor stadium is kind of going against, the nature of living up there on the lake?
I don't like anything about this. I don't like that it's not downtown. I don't like that it's indoor. Like, I don't like anything about this. And I'm sorry if maybe I'm so detached from Cleveland that I'm not in the majority here. I don't know what the majority of Clevelanders want, which is really what is most important.
Yeah.
All I know is I like when the elements play a role in the game. I like when snow is involved. We had an awesome playoff game here at the link this year in the snow against the Rams that wouldn't have happened with an indoor stadium. I don't like indoor stadiums. I don't care. I'll put a jacket on and go watch football.
Do you think that outdoor stadiums should get more looks for Super Bowls?
Yeah, I do. I think
like,
elements,
do you think a Lambeau should get a Super Bowl, or like how they did it in New York?
It'll never happen because it's not a big enough city to handle the business and everything else that happens that week.
They did it in Minnesota.
Minnesota is a much bigger city than Green Bay, Wisconsin, Travis.
Very true.
But
I'll give you that.
We had a Super Bowl in Minneapolis. Did it suck that it was in the cold all week? Yeah, but it's cool going to every city that's around. Now, that was an indoor.
It was an experience, man. It was a fun experience. You're walking through the tunnels or the catwalks that connect all the buildings. It was fun.
Listen, I'm on record. I like when the elements play a role. I like when the elements play a role in football. I like that that's one of the unique things about the game. I've heard a lot of arguments that like it levels the playing field for worse teams. I don't care. I like that it's a different element that you have to deal with.
Yeah, everybody.
I don't. Guess what? If the other team is worse than you, but they're better that day, that's what football is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you want. The best team that is going to win a series doesn't always happen. That's one of the great things about football. Whoever's better on that day, and the elements matter. I don't like indoor stadiums unless you play in the South because the heat fucking sucks. I like snow.
I fucking hate the heat, man.
The heat is miserable.
It's the worst.
But I don't like the indoor stadiums, and I don't like that it's going to be in Brook Park. There's 0% that I like about what's happening in Cleveland right now.
Just make it a retractable roof and keep the elements. And then when you want to fucking do a stadium for a live show in December, close the roof.
I would be okay with that. If it's retractable, but it's open during games, no matter what.
Yeah.
And then you can still, because that's a big reason why they make these, a big reason they do these, especially in colder climates, is that you can do year-round events in there.
Yeah.
So the owners in the NFL make more money off the year-round events.
Yeah.
Which I get. Listen, it's a business. We got to make money.
All indoors, regardless, should have the situation that Vegas and Arizona have of the field going in and out. It has to be grass. This turf stuff has to fucking kick rocks, man.
I mean, I'm with you on that.
All right. Well, at least we agreed on something.
So you're a fan of this, though? Do you like the stadium?
No, I mean, I think the stadium looks fucking beautiful. I think it's very cool. We were kids when they got a new stadium. I don't think that the stadium that they have is outdated. I mean, I guess it's 20 years old.
It is older than 20 years. It's almost
25.
30. Yeah, it was built in
97 to 99.
98, and then the team came back in 99.
Yeah.
So it's close to 30 years old. I mean, it's not like, I don't know what the average age of an NFL stadium is, but it ain't new. That's for sure. Not anymore. I don't know why. I like it when they're downtown. I don't like when the
I'm with you,
teams
man. I'm with
play.
you.
Like, I think it's something that's so cool.
It's just something about taking the Rapids all the way downtown, and I'm sure they'll have some sort of way that you could take the Rapids out to Brook Park from everywhere in Cleveland. But
Yeah,
it's just such a unique feeling going downtown, feeling the excitement of everyone going down to the busiest part of city, and that atmosphere that it creates in Cleveland for sure.
Yeah, the entire metropolitan area is Cleveland, right? That's what way we associate it with, right? It's not Brook Park. So going out to play in Brook Park doesn't feel as cool to me. It doesn't feel like it's as much Cleveland.
I'm pretty sure I'm not sure where Municipal Stadium was,
in Cleveland.
But I don't think it was downtown.
Yes, it was. Municipal Stadium?
Yeah, it was downtown.
Pretty sure.
All right, well, you're better than me. I thought it was the NBA team used to play out in Richfield. That's what I'm thinking. The Cavs used to play out, and then they moved that downtown. They created the Gateway Sports District in the 90s, and that brought both teams downtown. And that's when the baseball team was thriving. NBA was at its peak. I don't know.
Yeah, the Cleveland Municipal Stadium was on the lake.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it was like right by where the
First Energy or Huntington Bank is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving.
Shout out to Cleveland on the new stadium. Well done, guys.
Jason's DEXA scan. What are you over there talking about? What do you got going?
Bo Allen reached out and
Honey Bobo.
he said, "Hey, do you want to do a competition on who can lose the most body fat percentage but still gain muscle?" I don't know. Bo wants to have some competition, so we agreed to get DEXA scans. So I got a DEXA scan for the first time.
Ah, very fat, I see.
It is a lot of fat in there.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of embarrassing seeing your body broken down like this. I'm not going to lie. It's a good calf to hamstring ratio, I think. Trav, what do you think my total mass is?
I'm not sure what you're even asking me.
Weight. What do you think my weight is?
Your weight? Your weight is 283.
Close. I'm 276.6 according to this scan. My lean mass.
You've lost 30 pounds? That's crazy.
I've lost 20 pounds. I was never heavier than 300. Well, I did maybe a couple times. I was tipped 300 in the NFL.
It's all the same. Go ahead.
Lean mass, 207 pounds of muscle. I feel like it's pretty good.
It's a strong man. It's a strong man right there.
58.7 pounds of fat. It's a lot of fat.
We got to get that down.
It's a lot of fat.
We got to get that down. Yeah.
According to this metric, it is exactly 21% body fat. That's all I know.
21% of your body is fat.
21.2.
All right. Yeah. I mean, 270 is your fucking hefty load, dude.
Big man.
So I get it. But that's a lot of muscle as well. All right. So what's the point of this you and Bo just wanted to have a
Dude, this is what you do. This is why you're still
competition?
playing. This is why you're still playing football, because when you retire, you have to do stupid competitions like this to keep your sanity. So Bo and I are going to try and lose as much body fat percentage as possible in 3 months. We have the Ocean Drive event that we do for the Eagles Autism Foundation every year.
So what was Bo's DEXA scan? Where is he at?
Bo's at 18 point something. So I'm actually slight advantage.
Better. Yeah.
Slight advantage for the competition.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
you have more to cut.
18% body fat and I think 280 something.
Dude.
So Honey Bobo's doing all right.
18 at fucking 2. So he weighs more than you, but has less body fat.
Well, have you ever seen Bo's ass? Bo's got a big old donk on him.
I was about to say, I think that's the disadvantage right there.
Yeah, Bo, I think his lean mass is like 220. So he's got like roughly 15 pounds of muscle more than me too. Okay, so this is how the competition works. For every percentage lost, we get 2 points. Okay? So every percentage of body fat you lose, 2 points.
Okay.
For every lean mass pound gained, you get a point. So if you get muscle on, you get a point. And if you lose body fat percentage, you get 2 points. I don't know why we determine this point system.
Have you heard this competition before?
Listen, Bo was really specific in the way he wanted this judged. And then he said the loser has to wear a Speedo at the Ocean Drive event.
Is this just a competition?
That's what it feels like. It feels like Bo just wants to
feel
wear a
like he
Speedo.
wants to-
That's what it feels like. He just wants to wear a Speedo at the Ocean Drive.
He has less fat to give up. He
just wants to he wants to be like, oh, I have to wear a Speedo. Twist my arm.
Oh no, Jayson won. Oh, that's hilarious.
I feel like we can't let that be the factor that happens if you lose.
I think it is. I think it's motivation for you.
I think we should
I think it's
open this
motivation
up.
for you.
We should. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to wear a Speedo. I'm definitely packing that thing if I have to. I'm packing it with a socks and anything I can fit in there. If we do lose, I think we should leave it up to the fans on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
Throw out different recommendations about what we should have to do if we lose.
And then we'll take it to a poll.
And then we'll take it to a poll.
All right.
If Bo's,
to the
if you're open to that,
92%ers.
Bo, if you're open to that, Bo. Well, I don't want to say 92% because green light's involved too. We're going to have to find a way
to the
involve
92%ers and green light. Yeah.
we're going to have to find a way to involve both fan bases in choosing this.
Nice.
But I think that this could be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. There you go.
The guy did say apparently you can see how like dense your bones are with this thing. He said my head was one of the thickest heads he's ever, DEXA scanned.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the years of hitting it or if that's just like genetic or both.
I think it's all, I got a fucking dome, but I don't think I'm dense.
Oh, I think it's dense.
There's not much up there.
Well, that's because it's packed so tightly. It's hard to get stuff out.
All right, biggest new news, 92%ers, we're officially launching our New Heights YouTube membership.
Hey-o.
That's right. As a member, you'll get access to full episodes, video perks such as footage that never makes it to the feed, which is terrifying for me and Jayson to have to hear, and all the bonus videos, badges, and other stuff that will make you stand out. That's right. This Thursday, we're dropping an exclusive combo with Aspen.com's Athlete of the Week. That's right. Jake Chadzgi.
Jake, you're the Athlete of the Week? What did you do, my
That's
gosh.
Jake, that's right. Yeah, he's on the front of Sports Illustrated here. Guts and Glory.
Hey.
Yep, as he's Jake forgot to tell us that he played for the Oakland A's back in the day and was the guts of the Bay Area there. Jake, I didn't know you were a heavyweight when you were a kid. That's awesome.
I was about to say.
What's your DEXA scan? You get a DEXA scan lately,
Andrew
Jake?
Gardner in that.
Andrew Gardner, yeah. Chipmunks. What is it? Chipmunks.
Unpack.
Unpack. There it is. Check it out today on New Heights YouTube channel. Subscribe now, 92%ers.
Unload. Chipmunks unload.
There it is, the unload. Unload Chipmunks on YouTube. Before we get to the Jayson Tatum interview, we got some fan mentions we want to give a big shout out to. Thank you to all the 92%ers who tag us with all of this beautiful hobby horsing. That's right. Abby Radmilovich, I believe is how you say it. Not sure how this ended up on my algorithm, but it seems.
Check this out. Look at this. This chick is this is impressive, Travis. She is straight jumping over hurdles that are taller than her.
Yeah. Makes you ask how much higher she could jump if she didn't have that fucking silly ass. She could fucking be. You ever just tried high jumping? You can go represent your country, and
I think this might be more challenging than high jumping. If we're being honest, I mean,
I'm over this, Jayson. What? This is more
just
challenging?
Jumping. She's got to do like a whole gate. Look at the frolic, and then she's frolicking into a high jump. There's a lot more form and technique involved in this.
I cannot agree to that, but I do think this is the most impressive hobby horsing thing I've seen.
The bar is at her neck, and she's jumping over it straight.
Yeah.
Did she invent that technique, or is this something that's like common in hobby horsing?
Gosh, we're going to need Jake's sister to jump in on this one.
Yep, we do. Should I try hobby horsing?
I mean, only if, like, when you hit the bar, it doesn't just fall off the thing. If the bar is there for good, meaning if you hit it, you will fuck your shit up.
You want me to get hurt?
Yes. But if it's just, no. I want to see a life or death situation. I don't want to see just
I'm itching to do
happy-go-lucky
athletic
jumping
things.
over
I want to get into it. You know what I want to do? I want to
jumping.
play rugby.
You just popped your.
I want to play all this
jumping
stuff.
rope.
I think, yeah, I know. But this
I
is
got
what
on the ice. I finally got on the ice, dude.
Nice. How was it?
Dude, I literally look like Happy Gilmore trying out for a hockey team. Like, it is so bad. It is a full send for me, but it is, you could tell I am off balance. You could tell every slap shot I end up on the ice.
But how'd it make you feel?
Like a little kid. I loved every fucking bit of
the
it.
Best.
Dude, it was fucking epic.
It
was so much fucking fun.
I just want to go around different beer leagues and freaking like just play.
I'm with you, dude.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah, is there a beer league that you could just every league in Philadelphia? Just tell them, just have you like sponsor the league and be like, I can join any team.
I got a kid coming. I can't be doing every beer league, but I even want to do like stuff that's like obscure, like hobby horsing or like darts, or I guess darts isn't. I shouldn't throw that in with hobby horse. Anyways, have you ever seen Gaelic football? There's a league around our block. A bunch of like Irish people. There's a like large contingency in Havertown.
Okay.
And a lot of them will play Gaelic football where you like, it's this weird sport where you have to dribble, you have to touch the ball with your foot, but they carry it with their hands. So like every 2 steps, they're kicking the ball back up to their hands. Like they're dribbling. And then there's
upright, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
And then there's also a goalie and a goal. So it's like soccer combined with like rugby. And it's very hard to explain.
I'm here. I love backyard games. Those things are the fucking.
It's not
funnest.
A backyard game. This is like in Ireland. There's a full on like league, and it's kind of cool. You have to play for the county that you live in for Gaelic football. Like wherever you're from, you can't play for like another county. I think you have to play for the county that you grew up in.
But it's basketball. You're just combining different games.
It does feel like that, but I think it's it's been around for a minute. Maybe not. There's also hurling. I could try hurling. Guess I'm just naming Irish games.
Yeah.
That'd be fun though. This all sounds great. I'll probably get hurt.
Jesus. Not if you unfatten yourself, Jayson. Nice. Well, shout out to the fan mention of the week there. I say we toss it to the old Jayson Tatum interview.
Hey.
Get to what all the 92%ers have been waiting for.
I'm with that. All righty. Thank you to our partner, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you know how I feed my fandom every March? With Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Of course. A chocolate and buttery peanut butter delight. The peanut butter and chocolate fits perfectly with the madness.
Yeah, I mean, this level of craziness deserves a snack that I'm crazy for.
Mm.
And Reese's Cups are the candy champ. I need the Reese's just to keep my sanity while my entire bracket gets completely demoralized.
It's a big sanity for my mental happiness and my taste bud happiness.
Thank God I have Reese's. What's your favorite right now?
Ooh, I was smacking all those Reese's sticks.
Whatever you do, feed your fandom with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
The go-to snack of March, April, May, October, every single month, every single year.
Buy Reese's Peanut Butter Cups now at a store near you. Found wherever you can get candy. I mean, it's pretty much the easiest to find candy. You go into a store, they're going to have Reese's. Enjoy.
All right, Jayson, you want to do the honors?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Jayson?
God, this is going to be tough, man. Is it JT? I guess I got to go JT.
Yeah, that's
Can I go JT? Nice, nice. I heard you took that nickname over anyways from Jeff Teague back in I heard that one. All right, so JT it is.
All right.
That'll help me at least differentiate it. Go ahead, Jayson.
All righty, our guest today is former Mr. Show Me Basketball from St. Louis, Missouri. He's a McDonald's All-American, 6-time NBA All-Star from the reigning NBA Boston Celtics, Jayson Tatum, everyone! Yeah,
JT!
baby.
Let's go!
Appreciate
NBA
that, guys.
champion, JT. How we doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, we saw the ankle injury up there in Sacramento, man. Hopefully everything's good and you'll be back on the court ASAP, brother. But how's everything feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's a few benefits to being 27. You know, you recover a little bit faster.
Let them know. Let them live here a little bit.
Man, what it was like.
Ooh, I can remember the day.
I sprained my calf jumping rope the other day. That's what I did. Yeah, that's awesome, man. What's dude? The Celtics were just sold, right?
Yeah, recently.
$6.1 billion. What was your cut?
I won't disclose that on this show.
Well played. Smart man
Big
right
news,
there. Is a
big
smart
news.
man. I don't know nothing. That had to be like interesting news though for you as a player. Like I've never had my like organization sold before. It's always been the same ownership since the 60s, essentially the same family. Is it like, do you expect to have like a different feel in the building or?
A different feel? I don't think so. I think the weirdest part was when I found out that the process was going to start was like a few days after we won a championship. So that was a weird conversation. But after that, you should start to understand the process and the candidates and things like that. And I actually got to meet Bill last night. He came to Sacramento, him and his wife. Seemed like great people, and we've had a few conversations. So just looking to add to what we have. Obviously we have a really good thing going, and like where our culture is at.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Well, Wikipedia's got you nicknamed the Anomaly. Has
Great
anybody that is close to you ever actually called you the Anomaly?
Man, Twitter is not a real place. I'll say that.
I concur.
I would run with that one. I
concur.
like it. The Anomaly is a good one. I don't know
That's
who
a
came up with
banger.
that.
It is a banger. You are the Anomaly, dog. What's like one of the most random nicknames that you've gotten? Maybe not even on Twitter, just like growing up or like in the park or wherever.
A lot of my close friends, they call me Taco.
Taco?
Taco.
That's
I wasn't expecting that one.
Is this because you
That's my
like tacos?
favorite.
What is the why taco?
What's the connection there?
That's my favorite. My mom, my favorite thing that my mom used to make when I was growing up. I used to eat
Nice.
tacos all the time.
Shout out mom for making some banging tacos.
We going corn tortilla, flour tortilla? What we going with?
I'm a real simple guy. Hard shell, ground
Hard
beef,
shell.
That's what I'm talking
Nice.
about, man.
Shredded
I'm a hard
lettuce,
shell
shredded
guy too,
cheese.
man.
and some salsa. I don't need much.
Okay. All right.
After 1 year at Duke, you were drafted just at 19 years old. I don't know what the fuck I would be doing if I
crazy.
was a professional at 19, let alone a professional NBA player. You got to tell us, what was the silliest thing you bought with your first like NBA check? Did you do anything crazy? Did you like go out and grab something insane like a fucking human-sized hamster ball or some shit?
To me, I would always tell people that the best part of, I guess, experiencing, having money for the first time at such a young age, I could go to the grocery store and just buy whatever I wanted. Or
Everything.
I could go to CVS and I could get 10 bottles of soap. And it just like,
You get a lot of
I didn't have to
tacos.
think about it.
You get a whole lot of tacos with that. That's good shit right there.
But that was like, it wasn't anything crazy expensive. It was just like, I would remember going to the grocery store with my mom and, having a budget to get one of each.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like, and we go to the grocery store, we get what we want.
The pantry's full. You know it,
I
man.
remember when I was 19, Xbox was like the big thing, and Halo and all them games were still popular, but you couldn't really play online. Like they had just started to do that. So you have to do, they used to call it the LAN connection. Did you ever have to do the LAN connection where you would link them with like an Ethernet cable? This might even be before. This is how old we are, Travis. People don't even know about the LAN connection anymore.
Jason, you're insane. This is all people talk about is Ethernet cable. Go ahead, Jason.
All right, whatever. Either way, we would rig them through the dorms up and through the ceilings so you could play with each other in different dorm rooms. Anyways, that would have been what I would have done. I would have rigged up the most dope setup of Xboxes I could have figured out.
Jason turned 19 and found out he was eligible to go and get a loan out so then he could then buy a TV to play video games on that was bigger than the TV he already had. So that's what we were doing when we were 19.
Oh, man.
But stuff in the pantry definitely does it, man. That had to be fucking crazy. Are you a fan of the one and done rule? Like the year at Duke, did you think it like made you that much better and prepared for the NBA? Or do you think you might have been able to be one of those guys that just jumped straight to the NBA?
Good question, Trav.
Man, people ask me that all the time. I would like to think I would have, still figured it out, but I benefited so much from going to college in the sense of like when I got to college, that was my first time playing with, other really good players, right? I went to Duke. We the number one recruiting class, and we had Grayson Allen and Luke Kennard. Like we had like 7 pros on our team. So it was the first time learning to like play off the ball, play with other really good players.
Yeah.
Be in those environments, lift weights, condition, learn about nutrition. I would do it all over again. Like I would go back knowing what I know now. I learned a lot and it prepared me for when I got to the NBA.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's cool to hear though that it kind of like it gets your professionalism. It makes you understand how to be a pro, especially at a program like Duke. Yeah,
right.
With Coach K and everybody. I'm sure you saw the what is it, the prestige of it, and you were like, you bought in immediately. Let's talk a little March Madness. Jayson, you want to hit it?
Yeah, let's talk college. While we're on college, we'll stay where we're at. Right now, we're in the best time of college basketball that there is. March Madness in full effect.
Ah, God.
Did you fill out a bracket?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty easy for me.
You knew it was just a straight line for Duke all the way to the championship.
You knew McNeese was going to beat Clemson. That's a gimme. Knew it.
I mean, the final of my bracket every year is the same. This is the best I've felt about my bracket in a very, very long time.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think so far? Who's in your Final Four outside of Duke? Obviously, we're pulling Duke. Who else did you think is gonna get
Just
there?
go all number ones or what?
Two of my Final Fours are out. I'm screwed. I'm out of this thing.
Jeez,
I got Houston, Florida, and Michigan State. I got Michigan State and Duke in the.
My man.
Jayson went Michigan State.
JT, it's all about physicality, toughness, good coaching. That's what it's about, Travis.
You just hyped this man up more than you could ever imagine you just did. This is coming from a guy that literally just looks at what school would beat up the other school in a fight, that's who he picks.
That's what a basketball game is, to fight, to get the ball through the hoop.
I'm in that team. I like them in a fight for sure.
Right?
Detroit. Or I should have said the Met, not Detroit.
Yeah,
I got Duke going all the way, man. Cooper Flagg's been an unbelievable player. He's got a lot of hype. I know you were playing against him a little bit in the USA practices.
The first time I saw him play live was 2 summers ago. I hosted my first JT Elite Camp. So I had like the best 20, 25 players in the country, that were sophomores and juniors or whatever. So it's been cool to see like hanging around those guys there for a weekend, and a lot of them are in the tournament now.
Heck yeah.
And the first impression I had of Coop was just how hard he played, how he competed. In high school, it's rare to see a guy that wants to guard the other best player, trying to block every shot, rebounding, and he just plays the right way. He has a great feel for the game. He knows how to set a screen, knows when to cut. He likes to get his teammates involved. And it's been on full display all season. And a big reason why, they have a chance to win a championship.
Heck yeah.
I love it. One of the things I love doing now that I'm older players, watching young guys, sometimes it's the way they move, sometimes it's their mentality, but you pick up on things, and it's just fun seeing a young player that, man, I really think there's something in that kid. And then all of a sudden, this kid's the best player in the country. And I'm sure that has to be awesome for you, especially playing for Duke.
It's a brotherhood.
It has to be, man. Yeah.
Everybody who ever played for the program, whether they 10 years older than me or 10 years younger, like whenever we see each other, it's always love. I always go back and work out with the team and play pickup with them and stuff like that, because that's what happened when I was there. Jabari Parker came back, Jaleel Okafor, all these guys. So it's a part of the program. It's the pride that comes with it. And you want to help push it forward. And I'm always rooting for them. And, I hope they cut the nets down this year.
Not only is it a brotherhood, but it's also a sisterhood. You just donated shoes to the Duke's women's team.
It's a whole family over there, man.
I sent both the programs some shoes, but Carol Lawson, she was an assistant coach with the Celtics my 3rd year. The year the pandemic happened, we went to the bubble.
Oh, nice.
A week into the bubble, she got or it might have been like 2 days, she got the head coaching job at Duke. So I spent like 6 months with her. Unbelievable person, unbelievable coach, love her to death. So anytime that I can, support them and help that program out, I try.
Hell yeah.
Nice, man.
They gave a walk-on some minutes in the first 2 games. I mean, that's pretty good. When you're giving walk-ons minutes.
Walk-ons are getting in.
Like, Duke's playing pretty good basketball.
Belt to ass. That's
Belt to ass. I hear it. I hear it. Hell yeah.
That's just got to be electric. Every time I used to go to the UC basketball games and the walk-ons would get in, man, the crowd knows that which guys are in, and it just gets fucking nuts in there if they can get a shot off or at least make a bucket.
Yeah, and it's probably the same like with the guys on the practice squad. Like you guys, they
For sure.
Oh yeah,
spend all this time with you. They, in the practice squad and film and workouts every single day with you, and then they finally get opportunity, even if it's at the end of the game, right? You're really happy for them because you understand, they with you every step of the way, but they might not always get the opportunity or the recognition, but they're just as much as part of the team as the rest of the guys.
For sure.
Was it always Duke? Was Duke like the top team for you? Did you always like love them growing up, and did you always like see yourself going there? Who was on JT's leaderboard growing up, or what jersey did you have on growing up?
I had a Evan Turner Ohio State jersey.
Oh my
E.
gosh.
Turner, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
I mean, you grew up in St. Louis, so there's a little bit of Big Ten country, Midwest
a little bit
area, and Ohio State was at the top of the charts for quite a while around those years.
For sure, and football as well. So like I played football for like 7-8 years when I was younger.
What position?
What were you playing? You playing wide out? What were you playing?
Time out. We're not getting off of this yet.
Yeah, we're not going off of it.
I played quarterback for the first 6 years and then wide receiver my last 2. So my last year I played was 8th grade. So I was going to play in high school, but then, my parents was like, I think we're going to focus on that.
Hey, you might be drafted in only 4 more years. We should probably stick to this. Yeah.
But we went to Florida twice. I won a JFL national championship in Florida. Lost 1 year. I never forget. We played this team called the Delaware Rocks. They was like green and white.
What made them unforgettable?
Belt to ass. They
like
50-0.
Looked like they had grown men on the field
for sure.
Dallas Carter and what is it? Friday Night Lights.
All those guys.
That's too funny, man. We all played against a team like that, especially in middle school, man. We used to play a team down the hill called Kurt.
Yep.
And they were right there in East Cleveland, man. It felt like they had kids that were 18 years old. I had never been ran the fuck over like that at that age ever in my life. I was always one of the bigger
Shaw was
kids.
the high school. Kirk was the middle school.
Yeah.
Kirk was bad, too, because a lot of the kids were held back. I wrestled a kid with a beard in middle school. That was – talk about intimidating. You're an 8th grader. You just started to get pubes, and all of a sudden this guy's got a full beard across from you. Like I was like, what is going on right now?
Right.
I won. I got him.
So if it wasn't Duke, who were you thinking about going to? Ohio State was on the list, or?
So I was a big Ohio State fan, like growing up.
Yeah.
Even when they had Terrell Pryor, Ted Ginn Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love the
Those
football
teams
team,
were crazy.
Man,
the basketball team. When I got older and I got to high school, it really came down to. So I only took one official visit. Like I only took one official visit to Duke, and I knew right away when I was there. I was a junior in high school, and I was like, "This is where I want to be." A long shot. My second choice would have been St. Louis University, just because
hometown.
I thought I might have been homesick if I left. So there was a part of me that, like, man, I think I might want to stay close to my family.
Yeah.
After I took my visit, it was really like, this is, if I want to get to that next step, this is going to be the best place for me to go.
Before we get out of this March Madness stuff, what's your first memory of March Madness? Like, can you take me back to being in St. Louis and having the love for basketball, following the tournament, one of the biggest moments growing up?
Honestly, I would have to say I vividly remember in 2010. Brad Stevens probably not going to like this, but I remember Butler playing against I remember watching Butler play against Duke and Gordon Hayward shooting that half-court shot.
Yeah.
Hitting the backboard and rimming out. And actually, ironically, I was cheering for Butler at that point. I didn't hate Duke, but I never envisioned myself, right? I never thought Coach K would come to my house and recruit me. So Duke just seemed kind of like out of the realm or the possibility. Okay. So that was my earliest memory of just watching Butler and Duke play in the national championship and just envisioning myself like, man, one day, I'm going to play in March Madness. And, it came true.
Oh, yeah.
We can't talk about Duke without talking about Coach K. What was it like playing for Coach?
It was quite the experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tell us, man.
No, man, Coach, that's my guy. He's a unbelievable person, somebody that I still talk to, obviously, pretty frequently to this day. He still always checks up on me.
That's awesome.
A leader amongst men, right? His ability to motivate guys, to get you to buy in, to get you to run through a wall. And you guys know, being in college, like being coaching 18 to 21-year-olds and getting them to believe in something bigger than themselves. I think he was unbelievable at that. He was great at making you uncomfortable in ways that he knew that it would make you better.
Nice.
Being at Duke and playing for Coach K, it definitely prepared me for the next level. And it wasn't always great moments. He cussed me out a lot and things like that, but it was well warranted in those moments.
That's what I'm talking about. I love some good tough love, man.
Got to have it sometimes.
Made me criticize myself more, and that's how I ended up getting better. Just start criticizing myself on everything.
Whenever you have a coach who's really trying to push you, you're going to have those moments. I know I've had it with every great coach I've ever been with and every great teammate. Like, if you're always just comfortable around people, you're usually not testing those extremes to make each other better. That's just the reality of it. I've been cussed out by my dad in football. Everybody's giving it to me. So it's part of the territory.
For sure.
Oh man, that just reminded me one of his best rules. He never was a basketball guy, and I ended up like gravitating towards basketball around like elementary school and middle school. It really took off for me. In high school, I took it serious, and he always told me, he said, if you're not getting at least 3 fouls a game, you're not being aggressive enough. You get 5. You get 5.
That's solid advice. If we're being honest, that's solid advice.
For sure.
And until you get 3 in the first quarter, and you're just like,
bad.
fuck, all right, I need to
I'm gonna go sit on the
get it
bench
together
now.
here. It really is. That's all. He's like, you're going to be an intimidator. Oh, I was going to ask you, John Shire, man. Coach Shire, was he there when you were there?
Yes, John he's the guy that actually recruited me.
Is that right? What? He was going door to door trying to get guys to come to Duke?
I joke with him all the time that, he should thank me that he is the head coach now.
Let him know.
But no, John, I talk to John every single day.
That's awesome, man.
That's my guy. He's done an unbelievable job. He was recruiting Luke Kennard out of Akron. We had a tournament. I think I was a sophomore. I might have been a freshman or sophomore. And we had a tournament in Milwaukee. Kennard was supposed to play on the court next to me, but I don't think his game started yet. So I think John was waiting on his game to start. And he just happened to sit down and watch our game. And I tapped one of my teammates. I'm like, yo, he worked at Duke. And we had like 10 minutes left. And I was just like, I just got to it.
Yeah.
And,
That just worked. He's like one of the greatest shooters ever at Duke.
He is. He just came back to the next game and the next game. And then, eventually got a call that Duke had offered me a scholarship and, never looked back.
I remember Shire chucking threes during his times at Duke. In his prime and your prime at Duke only, who was a better shooter?
I mean, he gonna see this. At Duke.
He gonna see it. I love the preface.
I'll give it to John. When I was at Duke,
I hear you.
He was a better shooter at Duke, but
there you go.
So you're in your 8th season. Do you finally feel like an NBA veteran? Obviously you came in at 19. Now you've championships. You've been in for a while now. How's it feel differently than your rookie year? What have you learned most from your rookie season?
Oh man, I could write a book.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be looking for it.
Yeah.
You can catch it on Audible.
Shout out.
Do I feel like a vet? No. Like I just turned 27. You guys probably know. I feel like I got drafted yesterday. I remember what it felt like. But year after year, it's like when the rookies come in and you'll see their comments or interviews at the draft and who did you model your game after? And now I'm starting to be one of the guys that they looked up to or they watched more.
Yeah.
And that transition is like, whoa.
You're still in your 20s, man.
I remember looking up the KD.
Looked up to me. I just got here. What do you?
I guess I'm transitioning an NBA veteran just because, I've been in the playoffs every year. I played over 100 playoff games. So basketball terms, yes. But, I just turned 27, so I still feel just as young.
Well, speaking of other guys looking up to you, who are the vets that you looked up to? Who did you model your game after?
Oh, man. I mean, Kobe was my idol. That was my favorite player. Kind of like why I fell in love with the game.
Yeah.
Guys that I really studied, KD would be at the top of that list, Melo, Paul George. Then I get to the league, and you guys probably understand this as good as anybody. Al Horford, from a professional standpoint, like somebody that came to work every day, had a routine, had a plan, whether it was a practice day, a game day, or off day. That was so beneficial to me. Of like, when I was young, I just think I could show up, put my shoes on, and get on the court.
Of course.
And Al really showed me, not even by telling me, just by like watching him go through his routine. And now Al's in year 18 and still a vital part of a championship team. I learned so much from him of, what it is like to have a routine and create your own and what works best for you. I think that's so important for any young guy coming into the league is like, you need a routine, you need a plan every day. And your plan is going to look different from other guys, but every single day you should know what you need to attack, what you need to do to get yourself ready for, whatever it is to come up.
I love what you just said because it's so true. Everybody has players you look to growing up, and that's the end product that's on the field or on the court. And of course, you want to do things that they're doing out there. But once you get there, and you start learning it really in college and then the NFL, you see guys that are getting an edge or preparing a way, and you're like, hey, I really like what he's doing there. I'm going to start doing that. Or, this guy gets the most out of the meeting room because he's taking notes, or, how does he do that? And you're drawn from all these guys. So I think you're right. 100%. Like that's really what ends up making the biggest difference is how you prepare for game day.
You ain't lying.
Game day is a manifestation of all the preparation that went into it, as well as all the God-given talents.
I'm telling you, keep having those conversations with the guys that are out of the league that, are later in their career, because I'm still learning from guys. I'm taking shit that my brothers told me. I'm taking stuff.
You've never told. I've been telling you I told you last year, get out of them cleats, and you didn't do it one time.
You told me literally to wear the special. You're ridiculous.
I know it didn't work.
But he, I still take notes from a guy like Tony Gonzalez or a guy like Shannon Sharp. I'll hear what these guys, say they did towards the end of their careers that helped them get the best out of their body week in, week out. And it's like, it's just a nonstop cycle of trying to better yourself. And I can see it right now, the way Al Horford plays the game, his alertness, his attention to detail. He's always in the right spot, always ready for the moment. I could see that definitely being somebody you could look up to, man, or at least take notes from like that. Your profile picture is actually you with Kobe Bryant. And we were talking about how he was the guy that kind of got you into, loving the game of basketball a little bit, or at least, you idolized, and we all idolize at some point in our lives. Is it weird playing playing for the Celtics against that guy who is literally at the top of the Lakers? Did you always kind of envision yourself maybe playing in a Laker uniform, or? Yeah.
We don't got to answer it. We don't got to.
They had the second pick. So there was a part of me that's just like, man, my dream of being in the NBA is about to come true. And then my real dream of playing for the team that, I grew up a fan of, it was so close, but it made me appreciate it a lot more. Just I remember the first day I walked into Staples Center, the first time we played the Lakers, and I was in disbelief of just man, I watched so many of his games in this building, and now I'm on the same floor. In that moment, it bridged the gap with me and my favorite player. I got to share the floor, of the place that he, helped build.
That's pretty fucking epic.
And man, that's what sports is about. You guys understand, our responsibility is to motivate and inspire the next generation. Somebody inspired you guys. He inspired me, and you guys have inspired millions of kids to be the next Jayson or Trav. And it's cool about what we do is, there's somebody watching us that's going to grow up man, they really helped me, motivate me, even if we never met them before, right? They help motivate the next kid to chase their dream. And, that's one of the coolest things about, what we do, in my opinion, for sure.
No,
Yeah, hell yeah. You know
unbelievably well said. 100%. I think everybody remembers when they were a kid looking up to somebody. When you see kids come up to you, that's one of the bright spots of being an athlete, right? You get to see that innocence and just like that genuine pleasure of like interaction is just incredible. And Kobe he came and talked to us. We were a full-on NFL team in 2017. He was from Philly. The year we won the Super Bowl, he came and talked to the team. And even then, like still motivating. There were guys that took more away from that conversation than they had taken away from anybody in the football world, and how he prepared, how he got ready, his process in getting better. Like it was phenomenal. So I'll never forget that. He was great. Probably one of the best people we've ever had talk to the team since I was in the Eagles. It was great.
What was your impression of Boston fans initially, or at least before you got to Boston?
To be honest, like before I got to Boston, I didn't know much or really pay attention. I grew up a Laker fan, so I didn't really like the Celtics, and I wasn't aware of, the Boston sports culture.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots beat the Rams. So just growing up from St. Louis, like the Red Sox beat the Cardinals, like St. Louis, you just don't really like Boston.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether it's a TNT game, it's a preseason game, or a league pass game on Monday, we always sell out. Majority of the time when we go on the road, like every game this road trip, it's been 3 straight games. We hear "Let's Go Celtics" chants throughout the arena. Like our fans just travel so well. They show up early and often. It was a relief, and it was a special moment to win the championship in front of them. And then, you guys being on a parade, it was the best 2 hours of my life. And having 2 million people in green and white outside, cheering you on and expressing their joy for, what we accomplished, it was special for sure.
Of course. Oh, yeah. What's it like playing for Joe? You enjoy that?
Joe is crazy.
He seems like quite the character.
We actually talked about you. We played Portland the other day, and I got a tech with the game was basically over. I ended up getting a tech with 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
So
I'm always here for a good fourth quarter tech.
Yep.
Right. So Joe, he comes up to me after the game. He so if you get 16 or 17 techs, you get suspended for a game. So Joe he's like, yo, can you just get 4 more so you can get suspended? And I'm like, Joe, I think I'm done. He I would much rather you just come punch me. I want to fight. I would love. He's like, you see, when Travis Kelce ran into Andy Reid, do that to me.
No.
I love it. Oh,
keep
my
it in
gosh,
house. Keep it in house, baby. Keep it.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Coach Reid for being the man, for not getting too riled up. But no, that's too funny, man. You could tell Joe does it the right way, man. He seems like he has you guys enjoying what you're doing, and that's always, I think, the hardest part as a coach in any of these professional leagues is making it serious, intentional, but at the same time so loose that everybody feels comfortable being themselves and making it, a fun thing or an enjoyable process. You know what I mean? He seems like he's got that all figured out, man.
I don't think coaches get enough credit for that because you guys got 60 people on the team. I have no idea how you guys do that. It's only 15 or so of us, but Joe does an unbelievable job of just managing all the personalities and the ups and downs throughout the season and getting us to buy in.
Heck yeah.
That's really important.
It's a mark of a great coach.
I'll tell you what, man, you just mentioned there's 60 guys on our team and you guys got just 12, but
do you know everybody on your team?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, there are the handful of guys on the practice squads and everything that come in and out per week. We'll have a transition and a switch in and out every single week of just development guys. But for the most part, I know everybody. If I don't know you, I'll go up to you and say what's up. You want to be able to at least, keep it and make everybody feel like they're a part of it. You know what I mean?
He's on the D-line, Tershawn?
Yeah, he's a St. Louis guy.
Yeah.
I played football with him.
For
no
real?
way.
Turk just got a big contract. I think Carolina. I think he went to Carolina. He just got a huge contract.
We played on the same football team. We grew up in the same neighborhood for 5 years.
Oh man,
Turk,
he's a tough son of a gun too, man. That's one dude I am not fucking around with.
And he's been like that too.
Yeah, he's a hell of a competitor, man. I've seen him actually hoop. He at least he tried. I'm not gonna say he's a bad hooper or a great hooper. He's gonna compete his ass off though.
So he's playing good defense, basically, is what you're saying.
Ain't lying. Yeah, I'm not. If he's guarding me, I'm uncomfortable. If he's guarding me, I'm uncomfortable. He is the epitome of an NFL guy playing defense in basketball.
Dude, we got to get on that. Do you think an NFL player could play in the NBA?
Oh my God! So,
we had to ask.
We got to ask all of every. Come on.
I would venture to say no from both standpoints. Like, the guys that get on TV and be like, you could just take this guy from the NBA and throw him in the game this Sunday. It's like, no, it does not work like that. Like,
I mean, it might.
No, it does not.
Or you mean to tell me Russell Westbrook can't go out there and give you some points? Give it at least play special teams.
Not on a week's notice, and I love Russell.
I hear you on that. I hear you on this. You're making a great point, and I hear what you're saying.
I think there are a handful of guys that played in the NBA that if they had an entire summer or a year to train and prepare, could they make an impact? For sure. But just drop a guy from the NBA and throw him in the game, no shot.
Are there any NFL guys that could train for a year and go play in the NBA?
So listen, I have so much.
Don't crush my dreams. Don't crush my dreams. I'm 35 and I still got hoop dreams, man.
I got so much respect for you guys and what you guys do.
It's so true.
It's just
so true. We all know
it's nothing funnier than watching football guys play basketball.
Oh, man.
And how funny is it when people are impressed with something that an NFL guy does on Twitter? And as a basketball player, you just got to be like, come on, guys. This is really what we're like. Oh, wow. He can play in the NBA. He just dunked. Yeah, that's for sure. That's all it takes.
That's hilarious.
That's it.
That is typically
yeah. It's like, damn.
You just did a windmill. He
jump.
can do it.
He can play in the NBA. What are you talking about?
There's always a video that comes up on Twitter of somebody in the NFL, their high school highlights, and when they was windmilling and stuff, and it's like, he could have been. And it's like, no, I think they chose it.
No, I think it worked out all right.
You were mentioning Terrell Pryor growing up. I'm telling you right now, I think Terrell Pryor's best sport was basketball in high school. I played against him on the court, and I always looked at him and other guys that were in my grade, all the camps that I went to and stuff, and I'm like, man, this dude, he's a different type of athlete, man. And he definitely had offers to go D1 in both sports and just decided he wanted to be a quarterback. But
it's an interesting name you brought up because Terrell was definitely athletically. He was ridiculous.
Man, when I tell you with the ball in his hands too, he was fucking special.
So I think at that point, in high school, it's
a different conversation.
Depends on which direction you want to go.
You decide all right, instead of football, I'm going to go give my all to basketball. Then yes, I definitely believe in that. But just oh, you've been focusing on football for the last 12 years and now, no. And vice versa. I just don't think it worked like that.
I hear you on that. Well, glad we got that out the way. That was actually pretty good. I mean, you're right. I feel everything you're saying.
Kind of got sidetracked there.
No, I got a question. I got one.
Yeah,
go
sure.
ahead. Hit us
Come
one.
on.
Yeah.
Hit us.
What do you got?
So this is my first year playing fantasy football.
Oh gosh.
Ooh,
okay. All right.
So I was in 2 leagues and
who was your tight end?
Mark Andrews.
Mark was a good one though.
Mark,
he finished strong. He probably helped you out in the playoffs for sure. He finished strong with a bunch of touchdowns.
I had 2 leagues. So in one league I had Pat. I didn't understand all about fantasy football. I'm just like, oh shit.
You took a quarterback first?
There you go, yeah.
Gotta go running back.
Gotta go running back and wide receiver.
Yeah.
They get all the
Should have gone Saquon.
Yeah.
Should have gone Saquon.
I'm
man,
like, oh,
anybody
shit.
that's
Let me go get the best player in the league. Let me go get Pat. And nothing but respect for you and Pat, but it's like,
it didn't work out.
It
was a different year for us. Yeah, it was a different year for us.
18 to 12. And it's like, wasn't cutting it for me.
Yeah, you gotta get the either the running quarterbacks or the you got to get Jalen's a great one because he's gonna get you 15 tush pushes into the end zone.
Lamar, Josh.
Lamar's a great one.
I had Lamar in my other league. Lamar's unbelievable, obviously in the real game, but in fantasy football too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's perfect for fantasy. I mean, he's
Stat
perfect.
stuffer.
He's pretty perfect for regular football as well, but fantasy in
He's
particular.
he's got it all covered.
One of the most insane things, we were in a joint practice with the Ravens, and I'm not going to say nobody's name, but he did a juke move in a tag off. Like, you're not even supposed to tackle, right? You know how hard it is to juke somebody
Who's just trying to tag you?
It's just supposed to, like, tag. You're playing tag, essentially. This dude just has to, like, get within a 7-foot wingspan of touching this guy. Completely falls over. I mean, it was insane, the move he put on the, like, to the point that both teams, Eagles and Ravens, just erupted in the middle of this practice. It was right then and there. I was like, oh, this guy's way different. This guy's way different.
he's not fucking around.
Should he have won MVP, or do you think they got it right?
God damn.
They both had great cases for MVP. The only reason I tend to think they got it right with Josh is because I think Josh, a lot of the times the MVP comes down to expectations. And I think the Ravens' expectations were high from the get-go.
Yeah,
and I think Josh losing some of the guys that they lost, they didn't really have a lot of other star power. I think they overachieved, and he had a season that was unexpected, which is why he got it. And I think that narrative a lot of the times ends up being the one that wins. But both of them had merits of winning it. And that's the reality is, like, most years, multiple people are up for it. So they both could have got it. But I do think that right there was the reason why I think Josh did end up getting it. But if they would have given it to Lamar, I wouldn't have been like, hey, he deserved it too.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer, I believe. Let's get to some no dumb questions. All right, now.
Hey-o.
We always ask our fan base, the 92%ers, to send us their questions, and there's no dumb questions, just two dummies answering it and then the anomaly. So, would you still want to be 6'8" if you were bad at sports?
Ooh.
It's a great question. It's a lot of inconveniences that come with that height.
How bad?
like you're not even getting picked at the rec.
Yeah. Last pick in dodgeball.
Yeah, I love being 6'8". I ain't gonna lie.
Fair enough.
I respect it.
The not being able to find shoes that fit is an inconvenience I can deal with for being 6'8". I love it.
For sure.
If you had to play an entire game wearing flip-flops, how many points are you realistically dropping?
You still finding a way to get some space?
Flip-flops?
And you at least catching, you can sit in the corner and catch,
I mean, I just sprained my ankle last night wearing basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a great question. Let's pass that one. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of basketball players?
Oh, Mike, Bron, Kobe.
This is where it gets tricky.
Right?
I would say Kareem.
Reem? You're going Kareem. The hook shot.
Kareem, okay.
I respect it. I respect
sure.
it. Listen, man, do you think his hook shot would still be as unstoppable in today's game?
I mean, like, the short answer would be no, but would he adapt and still be effective? Yes. The game is not played like that today, but he was so talented and skilled that he would have found other ways to score the basketball for sure.
That thing was unstoppable. I love watching highlights of that thing. Just woo!
That was the last fist fight Travis and I got into. He just kept doing this dumbass hook shot in the backyard, and I couldn't stop it.
I
got a full ass fight.
I was JT. I was nice in the paint. I was only 6'5", but I was nice in the paint.
I believe it.
I was utilizing all 5 of my fouls early. All right, why is it called a field goal
in basketball? Yeah, that's actually very interesting.
It makes 0 sense, right?
I feel like back in the day they might have called the basket a goal.
I get that part makes sense. The field part is never really thought about that.
It's on a court and it's not a goal, but it's still called a field goal.
Learn something
This is
new.
why I think it's called a field goal. This is why I think it's called a field goal.
Here we go.
I think they used to only have scoreboards made with the FG, like field goals. So they just started calling them field goals because that's what the scoreboard had, and they had to call it a field goal. No, doesn't make any sense.
I'm not buying into any of this shit.
I'm surprised nobody asked. Growing up in St. Louis, was I a Kansas City fan?
I was about to say, man, hold on. You already mentioned the Rams once. You already mentioned the Rams once. I'm trying to think of what eras those would have been for you.
To answer
like the Steven Jackson era? Like, what? Yeah, who was your team?
Sam Bradford, Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
So They won a Super Bowl 2001. They lost in 02 or 03. And then after that, they didn't make the playoffs.
It was a little bit of a drought.
For like 15 years. At least they didn't make the playoffs the rest of the time they were in St. Louis. So I was a Peyton Manning fan. That was my favorite player.
Ooh,
I loved
you went north. You went north.
Sheriff.
Yep, right down the street. Yep.
But ironically, like when the Rams left, the older people in St. Louis just became Chiefs fans.
They did,
Sure.
100%. We gathered everybody in Missouri.
They
For
pretty
sure.
much. When they left, I wasn't like, all right, I'm a Chiefs fan now. Because, like, I don't know, St. Louis and Kansas City just kind of always had this, like,
It's a little bit
Cardinals,
of a rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Royals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little rivalry.
Cincinnati and Cleveland had a very similar thing, especially with the two being sports rivals in the AFC East or the AFC North. I mean, no, we definitely completely agree with that. We ended up going to Cincinnati, so we ended up getting kind of love from both cities and having that love for both cities. But so when they moved to LA, did you go to LA with them?
No.
So you just, and this is why you play fantasy football. You're just a fan of the league now.
I don't have a team. I appreciate players. I appreciate, like, not to bring it up, but like when you guys played the Eagles this past, Super Bowl, it was like, Eagles, great team, great story. But me just winning the championship and like, damn, we trying to win our second one.
Oh,
you guys trying to make history and win your third. Like, I appreciate it, potentially watching, history being made. So
I appreciate you jumping on and being, and I'm sorry that you had to endure that. Nah, man, that's I respect it for sure. How do you guys feel like it's been trying to defend that championship? Like how tough has it been throughout the year? And I mean, you guys are getting everybody's fucking best shot right now. And I'm sure it's a lot different playing 16 games than it is playing 82 regular season games, trying to like navigate week in, week out, different lineups, different, you guys are going to have to probably play a few games without you in it. Like, how difficult has it been?
Joe talks about all the time. It's he said, expect it to be tougher than you think, right? None of us have been in this position besides Drew. Drew won a championship with Milwaukee, but the rest of us, like, we don't know what it's like, coming back after you just won a title. You think it can go one way and there's good stretches. And then there was a stretch where, there was a 12-game stretch where we won one, lost one, won one, lost one. And we playing against teams and they have a guy that, is a 30% three-point shooter. And that night he hit 11 threes. And it's like,
yeah, everybody's getting hyped to play you guys. Heck yeah.
Everybody's excited to play you. You're getting everybody's best shot. And then, dealing with injuries and certain guys being out, it was tough. And we had to, come together and get closer. But I would say, we 22-4 in our last 26 games, right? So we've definitely hitting our stride at the right time. And, with 10 or so games left and getting ready for the playoffs, this is when you want to feel your healthiest, want to feel your best, want to be the most confident, understanding that, what's ahead and, how tough it was last year, expected to be tougher this year.
Yeah.
Because what we're trying to do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, nice, man. I think that does it for our no dumb questions. Get into our last segment, man. Get you out of here. We appreciate you having fun with us, JT, man.
Yep, absolutely.
This is our last segment. We close out all the convos with a segment called We Gotta Ask, but you don't have to answer. You can tell us to fuck off and kick rocks, or you can have fun answering some of these silly questions, man. What was your welcome to the NBA moment?
Ooh, my first two games. So, man, we get Kyrie. Our first game of the season was back in Cleveland. So Kyrie's first game back, we playing LeBron. It's on TNT. I'm still 19 years old.
Man.
And this atmosphere is unlike anything I've ever been a part of.
I can't even fathom this for you right now. Oh, my God.
I'm playing it cool, going through my routine. I go.
Just play it cool, man. Just play it cool.
I remember I go out for our like individual warm-ups, and I just look down the court and it's Dwayne Wade warming up. And it was just like, wow, like I'm really here.
Oh yeah.
Then I put my uniform on, we go out for layup lines, and I'm cool. I'm laying the ball up. Cleveland hasn't ran out yet. After like 2 minutes, they run out, and Brian runs out last, and I was like, oh shit, like this is real. First shot attempt I got, he blocked that shit to like the 5th row. And I was like, yeah, this is what it's about.
All right.
Man, that's a
Officially
great fucking
here.
story.
Made it.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw it. Did you see George Niang talking a little bit of trash the other night with Quentin Grimes? Did you see that?
Yo, I love Georgia Niang.
Like, me and you both. Me and you both.
That's my dog.
Yeah. All right.
And shot the 3 at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the psych out still, like, did you ever watch basketball growing up?
I did. I haven't seen it in a long.
It's been a while.
Oh,
So
man.
what about the psych out? What's the art to trying to psych somebody out who's about to shoot a ball? Like, what's the best strategy? Like, whether you're playing horse with them, like, what's the best thing somebody said to you, or something that you found that you can say to somebody else right away to get them off their game?
So, like, say something to them, or just all the antics that guys do.
I would say either or, whichever one you want to go with.
Ooh,
Are you an
that's a
antics
good question.
guy, or are you a
There's
verbal?
different. There's different.
Yeah.
I don't really talk much when I play. Like, I really, like, we have to have a relationship. Like, Bam Adebayo, like, I've known Bam since 8th grade. Donovan Mitchell, like, guys in my draft class, like, if I know you, like, you know, we'll have friendly trash talk or whatever.
Banter.
But, like,
Sure.
I'm not just, like, if I score on you, like, I'm not going to say, I'm just going to run back on defense. But always having the other team's best defender guard you throughout the years, seeing the different things that guys, like, you know, will do to try to get you off your game it's funny. I remember one time playing against Patrick Beverly when he was with the Lakers.
Oh man,
Yeah, okay.
he is the king at this. Go ahead.
I love Pat Bev. I love how he competes, talk trash with the best of them. But I don't say much. So I remember it was one game we was playing with the Lakers, and they was waiting to take the ball out of bounds, and he like started like tickling me.
What? All right. Interesting
I
strategy.
like smacked his hand. He was like, you got stronger. You got stronger. But just like as a defender, any little thing that they can try to do, pull your sock down, untuck your jersey at the free throw line. I wear an armband. People pull my armband down to my hand all the time.
Oh man, these are all great moves. Yeah,
Smack the back of your neck, just like all type of things that, you know, is part of it. And I'm pretty sure there's things like that in football.
No, I love it. I love all that little stuff. Anything you can do.
Get real cheeky. Your childhood friends with the Butte, as they call him in hockey, Matthew Tkachuk.
That's right.
He's a beauty, man. Him and his brother were recent guests of the show as they represented USA in the Four Nations tournament. That was fun seeing them throw their hands and fight for the USA in that regard. You guys recreated this old photo of you both because you guys grew up around each other, huh? In the St. Louis area.
We went to school together from 7th grade to 10th grade. So, yeah, 2 years in middle school, 2 years in high school. And then after our sophomore year, I think the rules are different for hockey. He ended up leaving and going off professional or
juniors.
But,
yeah.
Me and Matt, we had classes together. That picture that we took, I think we was going on a field trip to like Chicago or something.
Nice.
Yeah, we had projects together. So it's just cool to, you know, see both of us. We won a championship in the same year.
That was
wild.
That had to be fucking awesome, man. Great dude, man.
Unbelievable person. Hell of a hockey player. His brother is amazing too, and comes from a great family as well. So couldn't be happier for him and his family.
Hell yeah, man. Did you ever get on the ice?
No.
Never got on the ice.
We would play hockey in gym class, but like in the gym,
yeah,
I would try to be goalie because I was like the tallest kid, but that shit.
It's a good reach.
Goalie? Fuck, man. Jayson used to force me to be the fucking goalie. He'd be like, no, I'm taking shots on you. And he would just rip them from like 10 feet away. I'm like, come on, man. This is fucked up. We got two champions in their respective sports, but there's a third guy hanging out in the back of this picture right here. I don't know if it's the same kid or is the third is he the third? That's the homie. Is he? I was about to say, has he won any championships or?
I don't think so. There's another kid in our class named Jacob. He wasn't a sports guy, but he was cool. And
Nice.
the Cardinals ended up flying him in. I think he lived in like San Diego or something. They ended up flying him in so we could recreate the picture. So it was
That's too
so
fucking
fun.
funny, man. Shout out to
That's great.
Jacob.
Here we go, Jacob.
Your 7-year-old son Deuce is always courtside. Are you going to be able to, play in the NBA long enough to maybe play with your son? Get the Celtics to draft him?
a lot of things got to go right for that.
Yeah.
Sounds cliche to say, like, I never like forced Tim to play basketball. Obviously, he's always been around it. And even like at home, I would just want him to naturally, if he wanted to play basketball, then we can. So I would say in the last 6 to 10 months, he's really like fell in love with the game and been more attentive at the games. He asks questions. He plays basketball now every Saturday. And I can honestly say, like, I haven't ever had more fun in a gym than going to his Pee-wee game Saturday mornings. That's the most fun I've ever had in a basketball gym.
That's awesome, man. You can see him go crazy. Is he chucking it?
He shoots every time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
Keep chucking it, Deuce.
He like, huh?
No, you never.
Why would I do that? It's way more fun to shoot this thing.
I'm watching you doing it. Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Did you ever get a follow back from LeBron? Did he ever follow you back?
Still waiting.
We got the old tweet from back in April of 2012, man. King James followed back as Larry Hughes' nephew from St. Louis. Shout out to Larry Hughes, man. Cavalier for a while. I definitely was rocking with him for a while. But that's pretty cool, man. To have an uncle or someone like Larry in the league already. And did you ever get the follow back?
Yeah, Bron ended up following me back. It was funny because they brought this tweet up when we played him in the conference finals my rookie year.
Oh shit! So he finally he leaned in once you guys were in the Eastern Conference Finals together.
Yeah, he followed me back out on Instagram after that. But
nice.
Many battles against each other and been on an Olympic team. And so Bron is a great friend of mine and somebody that I got a really good relationship with. But I made that tweet. That was like when I first got Twitter. And
listen, you already know somebody like me. You bring out my 2012 tweets,
right?
We're gonna have a fucking field day. I can't even spell shit. I would have spelled cousin with no O. There was no autocorrect back then. Nice, man. Glad you got the follow from Bron. And that man, you're chasing your second ring, big dog. And appreciate you coming on here and chopping it up with us in the 92 Percenters, man. Everybody, Jayson Tatum.
Yeah, baby.
Appreciate you, dog. Thanks for all the time
awesome,
too,
man.
Much love. Get that ankle right, and might have to catch you courtside at Eastern Conference Finals game, man.
Hey.
Catch you against Cleveland again, man.
That was their last year. Bobblehead night.
Yeah, it was just the end. It was like the end of the season.
2 years ago, or that was last year. That was in the regular season. Yep.
Wishing you nothing but the best, man. Go and get you another one, big dog.
Appreciate you guys.
man. You know it. All right, now, well, that does it for our interview with Jayson Tatum, man. I love talking to champions, man. The guy, you could tell why he is a champion. You know, the guy just has such a professionalism about him.
It's a good time talking to highly successful people that have dedicated themselves to being the best in the world at something. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard of the New Heights March Madness Challenge. We have 0 perfect brackets left after the first weekend in both our men's and women's brackets. Current New Heights men's bracket rankings. Brandon, did you guys put this in there just because you want us to say that you guys are ranked above me and Travis right now?
Yeah.
100%.
So Jason's
100%.
ranking is higher than mine?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
In terms of points, yes. Jason's got you beat right now.
How is that I have 2 Final Four teams out. How is that possible?
Sure. It just, your total score that you could end up with is much, much lower than Travis's, but currently right now you're in the lead. You got more in the first 2 rounds correct than he did. You just are dead in the water for the 8 and the 4s, basically.
Huh.
So I gotta really hope, Trav, who's your Final Four? Duke,
Yes.
St. John's, who's out of it, Michigan
Yes.
State,
No.
Auburn.
And Florida.
So I gotta hope Auburn and Florida take some L's. Otherwise, I'm screwed.
I'm not sure if that's how it works. But Jake and Brandon do, and Brandon and Jake are both
they're winning. They're doing well
in both brackets because they cheat and they give themselves extra points, I'm sure.
Well, but what we do know is that Travis is in last place.
Gosh, I just don't understand.
Because he just doesn't know basketball. That's what I keep trying to tell him.
I thought I did.
You think it's about points and stuff, and it comes down toughness.
Yeah. I also took Akron over Arizona. I'm a dumbass.
So did I. Dude,
go Mac.
I don't know why I put Akron so high. It was the dumbest thing in the world. I just saw an Ohio team in there. I'm like, yeah, they're fucking doing it. Let's go Akron. They're tough. Rubber Bowl, you shitting me? I did the same thing. Fell right into that trap.
We're idiots. You did call it with those silver spoons. Stop it.
Sorry, Yale.
That was uncalled for.
Dude, I did input all of my women. So the way I did my women's bracket, I did UConn and South Carolina. I forgot about Dawn Staley. South Carolina is who I had winning it. Shout out to Dawn Staley, Philadelphia's own. But everybody else I just did based on average roster height of the top 5. It took me legit a full day to calculate the roster heights of every single women's team in the March Madness.
Okay. All right. So this is proof. He's citing his sources that he did it.
Apparently it has not panned out. I am in third place.
Yeah, I'm glad you had it all documented to show us how bad you are at figuring shit out.
I searched so long to try and find this information, and I just gave up.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself.
There you go.
That was a good waste of time.
Hopefully everybody's having some fun watching these games. I know I am. Jason, what's your favorite part of March Madness so far?
My favorite part of March Madness is, as much as it hurt, watching St. John's lose, because I had them going all the way to the championship. Well, I didn't. I had them losing to Michigan State, but I had them going all the way to the Final Four. I was happy for Calipari. Listen, it's a matchup against two coaches that, back when I used to watch college basketball a lot, were two of the premier coaches in college basketball.
Still premier.
And obviously still are. So I think having that connection and watching those two guys go at it, as well as those two teams, and it was a great game. Yeah, that was probably the highlight. What do you got?
My highlight?
Colin Drake. Calling the Drake. I mean,
yeah,
that was dope.
Unfortunately, they lost to Texas Tech.
Did you have them beaten Texas Tech?
I did. I had them beaten Tech, and Pat made sure to let me know that I was an idiot for doing that. But they're obviously a fun team to watch. I have nothing but love for the Tech group, and man, my favorite one so far, I don't know what it was, but I just love a buzzer beater, man. That Maryland game the other day, and seeing, Maryland, what I didn't realize is coming into it, they only have 4 losses, and they were all at the buzzer. It was crazy how, like, they finally, and their next close game at March Madness, they went on a buzzer beater. That team right now their bigs are physical. They control the game, or they control the tempo of the game because they play inside out. And right now I love that team, man. They kind of just like grab me, and they're like, the Terps they're fun to watch, man.
I think everybody's kind of on that bandwagon right now. And that's where I really screwed up. When trying to figure out this bracket, I should have leaned into one of my best resources.
Yeah, don't even look at my bracket.
Scott Van Pelt really could have just let me know all this stuff.
The McNeese game I called and was telling everybody I'm a fucking genius. You even hit me and asked me how the fuck I knew that one. Yeah, no, I don't know much, but if you pick
this
enough
is how
upsets,
I know. Now
if
I
you
get
pick
it.
enough
now
upsets,
I get it. This is how you play roulette. You just play enough numbers, and then all of a sudden it hits, and you're like, see, I told you it was going to be red 7.
I'm genius.
Yeah, but you also said it was going to be, all those other numbers too.
But look where I had most of my chips over there on red 7. It's brilliant. Just gotta play the neighbors. Just play the neighbors.
That is
baby.
a funny way to pick out brackets, is to just pick all the underdogs and be like, yep, told you.
I literally
called
picked
it.
Fucking every one of them, and I could just be like, knew it. Drake knew it. McNeese knew it. What about Grand Canyon, Travis? I thought I knew it. They got fucking smoked by 40.
So
Hopefully, Duke finds a way to make it all the way and take the cake, so I look at least somewhat intelligent. It's looking like they're going to, but I say we wrap this thing up, man. Shout out to Jayson Tatum. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, baby. That wraps up another episode of New Heights. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel. Follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. That's right. Fucking sweet-ass jacket Reese's got me. Yeah!
That is dope.
Yeah, all right now. Shout out to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And follow the show on all social media for fun clips throughout the week at New Heights Show with 1S. And thanks to our production and crew for always making us look way better than what we are. 92%ers. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck in your brackets.